Wednesday, August 4th, birthday of Kurt Busch, 43 today. A lot of speculation about what the Colts will be doing with an injured quarterback. Former Colts cornerback Darius Butler is here this morning, 7:30 Eastern on KJZ. I'm Jay Reynolds, back tomorrow with Sports Center all night. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zoomin starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN News.
AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We'll help you find everything you need to do the job right. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high-mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
Well, the summer heat, that means it's time to crank up the AC again. And to keep your home cooling more efficient and to help you save on high energy bills, I suggest you go to Guida and finally replace those old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window, because right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year. Their big 40% off summer sales event on expertly installed windows and doors. You'll get 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient, triple-pane windows. And also, you'll get 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today. No money down. Paid off interest-free for up to 18 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guide it today. Take advantage of these limited-time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate. The number, 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's Go, GUIDA.com.
Hey, this is Anthony Gargano. Listen up. Love doesn't stop, and neither does Golden Nugget Jewelers. Why? Because Golden Nugget Jewelers is where Philly gets engaged. Largest selection of diamonds, clean and safe environment, major financing options, as well as unbeatable prices for name brands such as Verragio and Tacori. So you can find the perfect diamond without breaking the bank. It's time to show your partner how much you love them. Visit Golden Nugget Jewelers at the corner of 8th and Chestnut. Online, goldennuggetjewelry.com.
Hi, it's John Kincade, host of The John Kincade Show and 2-time cancer survivor. I want to thank all of you who've already donated to our official charity partner at aacr.org/fanatic. And to our generous corporate partners, we thank you for stepping up and giving back.
Replacing your windows, doors, siding, or more? Window Nation is a perfect fit for your home and wallet. Call 866-90NATION or windownation.com.
Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning Contractors will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable this season. Visit nopaybryant.com for flexible spending options on a new heating and cooling system.
For all your accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation needs, visit daviscpagroup.com.
Donations to the American Association for Cancer Research from individuals like you and our corporate partners add up to big breakthroughs that benefit cancer patients and families worldwide. Join me. Make a donation to life-saving cancer research today at aacr.org/fanatic.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000, plus get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And we begin the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, and we thank Bradford White Water Heaters. Because Bradford White is here for the pro. And they're not who you wanted. Sometimes in life, you have that girlfriend, and maybe she's a brunette and you like blondes. Maybe she's a bit mouthy and you like the more quiet girl. Maybe she's a bit tall and you feel a little inadequate next to her, and I'm not pointing any fingers. But that's the girl you got. And if you're a Phillies fan this morning, this is what we've got. We got this team, we got this opportunity, and again, they took advantage of a Wheeler night. We talked about it yesterday. If this team's going to win, if this team's going to go to the postseason, it's got to win like every single Wheeler night. You can't miss out on a Wheeler night. And last night, the guy I tried to convince you of was the ace of the team. I think you're convinced now. Please. He's
the ace.
Yes.
I don't know about you always saying he was the ace, because don't we
Wait a minute, that was the biggest argument we had in the show.
I was waiting for Egan to play the drop where
Aaron
you said,
Nola is an ace.
There you go.
I don't remember him doing that for charity. I think it was a hill that he died on.
We got to win every single Wheeler night. I mean, it's almost, now you got Wheeler nights and you got Gibson nights. And we're going to have to go like 85% of those come away with wins. Last night was crazy. And the best of all was Bob. Right after the game was over, I hate this team. Because, look, it's what we got. And you know what? It's a hell of a lot more fun to wake up on August the 4th when the Bradford White water heater spewed the hot water on me this morning. I felt so good. And I said to myself, we have a pennant race. It might be a race of the, who's the least ugly guy at the prom, but it's a race. And after watching Jamie and Egan race yesterday, sometimes races are of the inadequate. But you know what? It's still a race. It's still entertaining. And I know I can bet on anything. And I'm betting on this team hopefully entertaining for us another at least 6-8 weeks. It'd be great. That's where we begin this morning. Bob, your text last night to the group was fantastic. And it sums it up because I was thoroughly expecting Alvarado to do something bad, and
sure,
I'll raise my hand.
And when Girardi leaves Wheeler in,
yes,
and then he's starting to get rocked a little bit, and maybe left him in a little bit too long, I start to feel like, wow, does he have a real feel for what's going on? And then I took his side saying, well, I can understand why he's not jumping to go to the bullpen.
Sure.
Because of what they've been this year. Yeah, my text to you guys was like, bleep this team, here we go. Because I do. I sit there and I watch and I laugh, and I love it. Like, I want them to win the division. I just laugh at, oh my God, I can't get away from it. It's the car accident, right?
Yes.
You have to keep looking at it.
Everybody's got to be the looky-loo.
And, it was a good game last night. It was funny. I was texting with my old high school coach last night when it was 4-2. Huge baseball fan he is. And I said, this is a great game, isn't it? And it was. It was a really good game. I think they started the 7th inning or got done the 7th inning. It was like an hour and a half into the game. Like, it was quick.
It was really fast.
Because Corbin and
the last two nights have been fast.
Yeah, they were both dealing.
To the end.
And it was fun.
Yes.
But it had that tinge of, oh, crap, here we go again. But they wound up winning it. Yeah, game and a half.
Jamie, they're a game up over 500. Now, we're not going to have opening day tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to have opening day tomorrow?
For the 6th time?
I'm
in if you are.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice to see JT and Bryce, and Segura's been Mr. Consistent for this team. It was nice to see him get it started last night. Thank God they tacked on some insurance runs, because anytime you're dealing with this bullpen, you're going to need them. I thought Wheeler was kind of losing it there in the 8th. But like we said, who are you going to go to? Ian Kennedy's not available. Neris, it was the 8th. Because Neris came in with 1 out. It was like Neris and then Alvarado. Jeez.
I'm starting to feel less nervous with Neris than Alvarado.
I think Neris is a perfect 8th inning guy.
I really do. The further he's back down,
I love him in the 8th.
I feel less anxious.
Yeah, and now Sir Anthony did a rehab start. They're saying he could potentially pitch in September. Yeah, which would be
exciting.
All of a sudden, Ian Kennedy slots everybody into a natural role in that bullpen.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
And they're not that bad?
No, well,
don't go.
I mean, they'll probably have a meltdown game or two. I'm not saying they're great, but I think they're much improved from what we've looked at the past year and a half.
Gene Segura missed 28 games this year. Pat, I've got people trying to tell me Bryce Harper's an MVP candidate. Gene Segura missed 28 games and leads the team in hits.
He's been great.
Yeah, I thought he should have been an all-star.
I think he
not a starter, but yeah, I mean, he made the case, and
he's your team MVP. Gene Segura.
He's been the most consistent hitter for sure.
I'll go Wheeler.
He is. Well,
yeah, I'd probably go Wheeler.
Every fifth day, though.
I know that's tough. That's why I said it.
I can't do that. I can't do the starting pitchers.
I find it tough to do too, but
for a guy that, and I think we've seen it, he's been kind of a clubhouse trouble, if you will. I mean,
he's a strange dude.
Yeah, but he's dialed in this season. I mean, he came back. He cut out wine from his diet. I
don't hold that. I mean, I don't hold that too much against him.
You're not calling him out for
it was a joke.
Stopping
Pat.
wine.
It wasn't funny. No, it just wasn't funny.
Remember, Pat's the non-drinker on the show.
Yeah,
so he's looking.
Seems a little grumpy.
You're a little grumpy this morning.
I'm not grumpy at all.
You seem grumpy. I can hear grumpy in your voice.
I'm not grumpy at all.
I know why.
It was probably the text message that I got from Bob right after the game.
Okay,
I had to do a double take of like, wait, did they won this game, right?
And it drives Bob crazy.
They did.
I
just watched
you
it.
Can send like text in jest. Like
No.
I don't. Unlike you,
I don't find that funny.
Where like my feelings in life don't come off of a Phillies or an Eagles game.
Like I would have had that thought process that Bob had last night of like, I can't stand this team had they lost, but they won, so I'm feeling myself.
I said it in
I'm walking
jest.
around, I got a little swagger, and then all of a sudden, text message ding goes off. Oh, my good friend Bob Cooney texted me. Wonder what he's up to. Boom. Hate this team.
Well, what I would suggest to everybody is, again, Gene Segura is your team MVP. So if there is an MVP candidate, it's your team MVP candidate first. There would be an MVP candidate otherwise, because for some reason, I don't know what it is, whether it's Phillies pregame, whether it's Phillies broadcast, they're really trying to push some nonsense that Bryce Harper's an MVP candidate.
I mean, I think
nobody else in baseball would ever be bringing this up.
MVP is nonsensical, but
they brought it up again last night.
I don't get why, but he's having a good year offensively.
I know why. All I can suggest is that they're licking boots. That's all I can suggest.
I think McCutcheon's second in MVP.
Yes.
Even on the team.
Bryce Harper's not the second best player on your team. What the hell's going on? And I get this. I know they're looking for content. I know they're trying to produce content. But on the Phillies broadcast, it seems like there's this subliminal ad campaign to tell you, Bryce is a lot better than you say he is. It's as if there's like, we got a campaign going here. We have to have Bryce's back. Make sure Bryce is happy. Make sure Bryce is backed up. It's so freaking ridiculous. Andrew McCutcheon's your second best player. Gene Segura is your first best player. Period.
I mean, you could make the case, Bryce, off it. Yeah.
Defense matters. No. Defense matters. And when you were the worst right fielder in the game, don't tell me, because half the game matters.
But he's right there. I mean, it's not like he's, fifth or sixth.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, he's right.
Absolutely.
He could make the case for two, but...
Well, I can't. Not when your defense sucks. No.
Yeah, I mean...
And base running. No.
Yeah, that's been subpar.
Can't have that one. So Pat Egan edges out Jamie Lynch. You got to see the video. And if you haven't, you go to the John Kincade Show Twitter feed. You can check it on out.
I lost it at the jump. It was over.
I don't think he edged him out. I think he kicked his ass.
I
think 10 times out of 10 you don't win. I'm sorry, nothing against you. I love you.
I don't agree.
I don't think you'd ever be.
My start was atrocious.
His start was atrocious. I
had all my weight shifted forward and then back.
Your middle and end wasn't real good either.
He beat me, yeah, but it wasn't like embarrassing.
Oh, I didn't say it was embarrassing, but I don't think you can beat him ever.
I think I could.
Pat, your form.
He's got quick little legs.
Pat, I had a gentleman who ran track in the Catholic League that I went to high school with, who said, your form is really pretty good for a runner. Did you run? Did you have any kind of running?
No, I hate running.
Your form, this gentleman said, he ran in the Catholic League, he ran the Penn Relays. He said Pat Egan's running form is really good.
It's really not that hard. You one leg in front of the other, and you pump those arms.
Jamie's your form was terrible. I think it's what lost you. Is that Pat's form was so efficient.
He has a lot less that he has to form.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
Jamie's got a lot more body that he has to get.
The thing is, though, as Jamie's running a little wilder in his form, I think he's got drag.
Well, Jamie
I think you've got drag. You're a bigger guy.
But Jamie is more aerodynamic because he's hairless.
That's the truth.
I mean, Jamie.
My wife was like, "You didn't even take your glasses or hat off." Like what?
See, I love that part of it.
And I was like, "Nah."
I think you, Pat. I believe you would win 8 out of 10 times.
8 out of 10.
Yeah. See, I think Jamie could win.
No. I'm telling you, if I
pick any day you want, there is no way Jamie beat. I'm not. Look, I couldn't beat either one of you. No, you can't beat him in a 40-yard dash. You can't.
I'm telling you, if I get a jump that isn't atrocious, I definitely could.
But
Pat, you were efficient.
I don't think
so. I asked if you wanted to go again, and you said no.
No, because I'm not racing every day. This isn't freaking Happy Days. Like, I'm not going out and challenging somebody every day. You beat me, you won, that's great. I don't know. Don't they like challenge each other in one of those stupid shows all the time?
You're awesome for doing
that. That was great. That was great.
I didn't know what the
thoughts and prayers to Jamie.
You gonna jump over a shark?
Yeah, like didn't they? You said I don't know.
Way to go, Jamie, for taking a stand that at his job he's not here to entertain. All right, he's not here to.
I'm not racing every day. I mean, once
he's here to break down balls and strikes.
I mean, my jump was atrocious.
That is a what many people will like. My daughter and her friends were blown away when I said jump the shark, and I said that's Happy Days, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, that's when the show was over.
Happy Days. It means that's when the show got stupid and it's done.
Fonzie and motorcycle.
Fonzie jumped. He had jumped cars before.
Yeah,
and then he jumped the shark, and they were like, "What?" Then it went to YouTube.
Yeah.
So kids use expressions that they have no idea what it means.
Well, I think adults do too.
Well, I think most adults, if you're 40,
I think a lot of sayings you'd have no idea where they're
We've looked up a few on this show, right? What it meant.
Okay, think if you can think of any during the course.
Like I said, in the cups, and Bob and somebody else had no idea.
Yeah,
in the cups. What do you mean?
You're drunk. Oh, you're in your cups tonight.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, but
I didn't know.
I had no idea where that came from.
You didn't know that one? That's the biggest shocker.
Well, no, the meaning of it isn't the argument. The derivation of it is the argument. They know the meaning of jump the shark, but they don't know where it came from.
They didn't know where. Yeah, they didn't know where it came from.
So that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of sayings nowadays we don't know where they came from, but we say it.
If you got any of those, send them along to us. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, we got a Beers with Bob tonight. Talking about being in your cups. Live casino and hotel tonight, starting at 6:00.
Yeah, me and Andrew will be there 6 to 7 on air. We'll be there probably about an hour or so before the show to say hello to anybody who wants to come down, and we may even hang out afterwards and have a beer.
Sounds like
with
a great
Bob
idea.
And
I
Andrew.
like that.
Yeah, it's fun time down there. Good time.
Great job by Andrew filling in on Cuz Radio last couple days too. He was excellent.
Yeah, he was
doing that. So Andre Drummond. I was Andre Drummond.
Welcome to Philly, Andre.
Yes, Andre Drummond is a Philadelphia 76er, and I literally just sent it out last night and said, Bob, here's your homework assignment. Please explain this to me because I can't figure it out.
I don't know. I'm all
Andre
for.
Drummond's not ready to be an 8-minute, 12-minute guy, is he?
No, you wouldn't think so. And if he's relegated himself to be such, bad on him. I like a guy that can rebound, that'll gobble up every rebound that's around, and you get more possessions that way.
Okay.
A guy that's really, really tough to cover in the paint. Okay, great. Can't shoot a foul shot worth a lick. Look, anytime you get a guy that, like you said, John, this guy's a starter in this league. He should be playing 25 minutes, 30 minutes a night,
so I'm confused.
And getting you 18 and 14. But I don't know. I guess he thinks he's a backup. I guess the Sixers convinced him to come here to be a backup, unless they're thinking outside the box and they're thinking something that we don't know about, which I would find hard to believe.
Okay, you're talking about the putting the two of these guys on the court at the same time?
At some point, maybe. I can't imagine, like you said, I can't imagine.
I tried to figure it out last night.
Me too. And it doesn't make it, like when we all thought of a Joel Embiid backup and they got rid of Dwight Howard, I think a lot of our thoughts were, and Jamie, I think you and I talked about it off air. Okay, they're going to go with more of a stretch 5 guy, more the guy that is more conducive to what this league is about, as opposed to the Dwight Howard inside all the time and just getting fouled, which I thought was effective, whatever. But they didn't. And they got Andre Drummond, who is a total in the paint guy. And I know that Elton Brand loves bully ball. I don't know. Are they going in a different direction? Or
I don't understand how it works.
I figured it out. He's been dominated in his career by Joel Embiid anytime they face each other.
Can't join him?
Yeah, can't be dominated by Joel Embiid when you're his teammate.
The only thing is, though, you can't. There's not enough minutes for him to play.
I think he'll get 18 to 20.
Well, then you're definitely putting them on the floor at the same time.
I think there'll be a couple minutes of overchange there. Or interchange.
I swear to God, I don't understand how this works at all. I don't see it. What's the lineup when Drummond and Joel are on the floor?
I mean, Embiid's playing up top. Yeah, he's playing that shooter's position up top.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like it.
Spacing wise, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, as a pure backup, it's great.
I can't believe he signed a 1-year deal as a backup.
That minimum, too.
So this past season, between Cleveland and the Lakers, he started all 46 games he played in.
Yes.
And averaged 27 minutes.
Yes,
and for the year, averaged 15 points, 12 rebounds.
Pat, I'm not a NBA guru, but I sat fascinated last night trying to figure out how these two play together.
I didn't really get it either. My only thought was, well, at least they have a veteran backup because they're probably going to need it.
A better one, by the way.
I don't know if he's better than Dwight. I mean, I was a fan of Dwight, but they got it at the right price. I understand it from Andre Drummond's side of, if you can't beat him, join him. And the reality is we still have no idea what's going on with Joel Embiid and his surgery or non-surgery. Daryl Morey's cryptic. So he fills a void that they desperately need. I think we're all just assuming that Joel Embiid hops back in and plays 60, 65 games this season.
That's something I wondered.
I have my doubts about that, especially when Daryl Moore is being cryptic about a surgery that for every other team in the league is, it's just commonplace. Okay, he had surgery. He's good to go.
Is this a Lloyd's of London case where Andre Drummond is truly a walking insurance policy that when Joel Embiid is out, Andre Drummond is more than willing to play 24, 26 minutes a night, 28 minutes a night. You can get through.
If that's what it is, good on the Sixers. I mean, seriously, like we said, in 27 minutes,
steal, though?
15 points, 12, 13 rebounds a night. Those are good numbers for
I can't believe he's signing a 1-year deal.
And he's only 28 years old. And he's battled. I remember seeing him in Summer League. He battled after he came out of Connecticut. He battled weight problems and want to play. The biggest thing on him, I remember, I don't know if I did a story on him or not, but when he came into the league was, he's got great talent. Don't know if he can shed the weight and don't know what his want is to play. So I think that's dogged him all his NBA life. And maybe, just maybe, he's relegated himself at 28 years old to be a backup in this league.
Hey, enjoy the superior comfort of Acela for less with Super Saver fares. One-way trips from Philadelphia as low as $43. Book early and save at Amtrak.com. You can find yourself into some serious money. Jamie, you're going to get into it a little bit later on in the show, but I think we just give you a little flavor for it earlier, is the idea that this offseason's leaving you a little,
Yeah, I think there's a Ben Simmons cloud hanging over this team right now. I don't want to react too much to lack of moves yet or a Korkmaz and a Drummond move because I do think there's a bigger picture and, free agency's not decided in the first 48 hours. But it does seem meh.
By the way, Portland could use a Bob Cooney. Some of their coverage of the Portland Trailblazers could use a Bob Cooney, as I'm trying to read yesterday. They're of the belief that Dame is not going to ask out. It seems like people who are close to that team do not believe he's asking out. Do not believe there will be any mandate when he comes home from the Olympics saying, get rid of me now. Move me now.
Yeah.
That this will go into the season.
Well, he asked for them to improve the roster, and the moves they've made were very underwhelming.
I agree with you. Yeah, but
I don't see how he comes back.
These are people that cover the team on a daily basis. They don't seem to be like feeling that he's coming back going, move me, I want to be moved. I want to be moved now. Get rid of me. That they do not believe that's going to be the case, that this could go into the season.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like Jamie said, is there a big move coming from the Sixers? Are they waiting on Dame Lillard? Are they waiting on Bradley Beal? They're waiting on the Olympics to get over all of that stuff. But if not, if what you say, John, Dame is not going to ask out, Bradley Beal, from all indications, wants to stay in Washington.
Yeah, he wants to be there.
Do the Sixers know this and they have another plan, or are they waiting this out? Because right now, as much as I said last week that after what Ben Simmons said that we're lockstep with each other, now I'm wondering, oh my God, is he going to be here?
I can't blame them for waiting it out.
Yeah,
no, I
agree.
It says because it's not like you're missing out on anything game-changing without it. You know what I mean?
This can also be, though, sometimes beat writers in a city or guys who cover a team get attached to
absolutely
that a player that we don't want to think that the player is going to demand his way out of town.
Yeah,
that we're hoping he's going to want to stay here.
Absolutely. I mean, you hope, and it's kind of my thing with where me and Jamie differ on the Joel Embiid thing, where he thinks Joel Embiid is done with Ben Simmons. And I think, all right, well, maybe time can heal that. Maybe when you take a step back after a month or two off the court. And that's the optimist in me thinking that. And,
sure.
And Portland's doing the same thing with Dame. They're like, all right, well, maybe if, 2 months away from the team and the city, maybe he'll have a change of heart. We have no idea. I mean, and we're sitting here in Philadelphia hoping he doesn't, obviously.
Obviously, the end of the Olympics. So tomorrow is the semifinal game.
Yep.
With Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And
Matisse.
By the way, dangerous game. But
Can we actually watch it, or do we need Peacock for that?
In the middle of the night. I think you can stream it. And then Sunday, the championship game, or Saturday.
I mean, here's the quote before he left for the Olympics. He hasn't made any firm decisions on what my future will be. That doesn't sound like a guy that wants to be there.
Well, remember, though, that's because he has first of all, he has his contract, he does not.
It's got 4 more years.
The decision is going to be Portland's. The decision is not his.
Well, but we all know how the NBA works.
I understand, but the decision's Portland's. I mean, he's got 4 years left. It's not even 1 year left.
I'd give Portland 60-40, head.
Guess what? He's either playing for them or he's not.
Yeah, I still don't think he's going to be.
Everything in life is 50-50.
There you go.
It either happens or it doesn't.
Hey, the official sportsbook partner of the Real Philly Sports Fan, Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can follow along on Twitter at Parks with an X Sportsbook. Get daily specials. You got to be 21. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Every year, there is a training camp hype machine that starts around the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is the guy this year that the press has decided to champion. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic.
We got Phillies action tonight. We've got Union action tonight. Obviously, the Olympics are in full swing, and there's no better time to hop on the BetMGM app or BetMGM.com and register. And how about this? They're going to give you a new customer an offer that's too good to pass up. It's a free $600, free $600 bet. So what you do is you register using the King of Sportsbooks. You hop on BetMGM.com or the BetMGM app, and you use the code Pat Egan, just my name. And those 7 letters right there are going to get your first wager. It's risk-free up to $600. So you can place a Phillies bet tonight. You can bet the Union. You can put something on equestrian horse riding in the Olympics. You can do whatever you want because it's risk-free up to $600. But then you're to start poking around the site. You're going to see the parlay selection features. You're going to see the boosted odds specials. And then you'll realize the King of Sportsbooks is for you. But hop on today, register, and use the code Pat Egan. And your first bet, once again, up to $600 risk-free. It's a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, if you're shopping for a new or pre-owned car, make it a Mercedes-Benz. From Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, or down the beach, Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. Now, I've been working with this group of dealerships for years, from sales to service. Their team is phenomenal. Every model from Mercedes-Benz has first-class comfort and classic style. I just got a new GLB. It's a sporty yet spacious SUV, fits up to 7 people, has a powerful turbo engine with great fuel economy, and triple sealed doors for a peaceful ride. It has voice control, remote start, and tracking from your cell phone. And if you're playing in my golf outing this year, you're going to have a chance to win a 2-year lease on the GLB. That's right, thanks to my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, and Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. Check out these dealerships. Tell them I sent you. Shop online at yourmercedes.com, where you can shop and buy 100% online, and they'll deliver your new car right to your door.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit. Because shed happens.
Unhappy at your job? You don't really have a career, you have a job. Or maybe you're out of work altogether. Listen to me. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have 0 computer experience. Sound too good to be true? Go to mycomputercareer.edu. Take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes. Meet just twice a week. Financial aid, including the GI Bill, is available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you get more than one shot to swing for the fences, because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. There's a reason FanDuel Sportsbook is the top-ranked sportsbook app on Apple and Google Play. The app is simple to use. They've got great offers on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlay, and always-on promotions to let you get more action out of every game day. And when you win, FanDuel will pay your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You have a job to do. You need power to do it. And depending on the time of year, heating or cooling. At United Rentals Power and HVAC, we have a job to do too. That's to make your job easier with 24/7 equipment rental, including generators, air conditioners, heaters, transformers, and load banks, plus certified engineered solutions. Get the right tool right now at United Rentals Power and HVAC. Exit 17 off 295 in South Jersey. Call 856-423-7820 or visit UnitedRentals.com.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000, plus get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking to upgrade your backyard? Well, my boys at Spa Hearth & Home are back to help you do just that. Relax in style with a luxurious new hot tub and patio set. Exercise and entertain in your brand new swim spa. Whatever you need to complete your dream backyard, they've got it. With unbeatable service and turnaround on swim spas, hot tubs, and patio furniture, Spa Hearth & Home delivers fast. Online at spahearthandhome.com.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, The Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We appreciate you being a part of the show, and we want you to join us on Monday, August the 23rd, as we help raise money to provide safe housing for adults with autism. Neurodiverse Living, NDL, is having their golf tournament at North Hills Country Club in Glenside, Monday, August the 23rd. We will be out there. Go to ndlgolf.org to sign up. That's ndlgolf.org. And, Bob, that is something that you've been raising awareness for, and it really is. It sounds like a great, great cause, and we're going to have a great, great time out there. And many of our listeners, hopefully, will come out and join us.
It is phenomenal. It's something that I've grown with, autism. You know, when my son was diagnosed 20-plus years ago, not many people knew about autism. So our fight then was awareness. And now the fight has grown into, okay, we see all these children who get into adulthood, and us as parents, we need help. And this is such a great organization to help not only the parents, but to help these kids as they become adults get the proper things that they need, and to help them have a fulfilled life.
Hey, Jamie had a great day of golf yesterday.
Absurd.
At Marion.
Yeah.
So Jamie was enjoying you get your ass beat in a race, but you had the punchline of all punchlines. You got to enjoy a day on Marion where it looked like you had a wonderful time.
It was the round of a lifetime. I mean, I don't find myself on courses.
You brought gifts.
Yes.
Let's air out our dirty laundry.
I knew this was going to come.
What?
And no, it's not dirty laundry. You don't like golf. You don't play golf. You're not getting a golf hat from me, Pat.
Oh. I didn't even know what the dirty laundry was.
First of all, Jamie, I didn't call the dirty laundry. So you coming at me, but I just hit the button. I didn't call it for this, all right?
Dirty laundry?
I don't care about your stupid Marion hats.
No. Who's the dirty laundry with? Coach?
Yeah.
You don't wear hats.
No, you didn't have to get a hat, but to come in here after golfing at the prestigious Marion, and you only bring gifts for John and Bob, that's wrong, man.
I got Jamie's back here a little bit.
I got Jamie's back.
I asked him to get me a hat.
It doesn't matter if you asked him.
And I got like 4 other people gifts. Money's not endless, Coach.
Hey, asshat, I defended you, all right? I said that if you got me or him a hat, it would have been a waste of money. So shove it.
I agree.
Not that money's an issue for you.
Yeah, right.
You jagaloon.
Okay.
So tell us about the day, though.
It was that place is an absolute gem. My God, what a gorgeous course. Yeah, the rough was
rough.
I've never seen anything like it. It ate me alive. I shot a 105, which I was, really happy with.
Really good.
Yeah, maybe a 106. I might have lost a stroke in there because I was keeping it on my phone and trying to. But it's gorgeous. It's pristine. We had this caddy named Nettie. He's a South African guy. He knew the place like the back of his hand.
Wait a minute. How old's Nettie?
I would say maybe 45-ish.
I think I've met him at McCluskey's.
Really? Nettleton is his name.
I think he's been in McCluskey's.
He's the man.
Over there on Bong Boulevard.
Yeah. He helped a lot. I mean, the course is good. He would point out, like, oh, this is where Phil did this, or this is where Justin Rose made this shot.
See, do you think when Phil's playing there, do you think he says, this is where Jamie Lynch stuffed this shot?
But Phil didn't carry a driver in his bag there on the Sunday of the U.S. Open. And he was telling me he only regretted it on a par 3 that was like 280. But the driver, it's not a very long course. It's a smaller piece of land than I was expecting, but they get every inch out of it.
Yes.
It's incredible. It really is, and it's right there, and I'd never driven by it before, and it's unbelievable. It really was.
Such a nice course.
So give us the news. When did they Did anyone in the clubhouse say, John Kincade Show team, when are we coming out?
Nobody mentioned anything.
Said that?
No, I didn't expect them to. They were just happy to have Jamie there.
It's like the secret society?
I was really happy on the first tee. They call it the most intimidating first tee box in golf because the member grill is right there.
It's right behind you as
so
you're
Judge
swinging.
Smales is watching.
Yeah. So luckily for me and my nervousness, there was nobody out there. So that was a huge sigh of relief. And there's a strict no breakfast ball, no mulligan on first tee. So if you screw
up,
up,
pace of play thing, right?
Yeah, they're very strict about pace of play there.
Good.
How did you hit your first tee shot?
Smoked it.
Did you?
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Proud of you.
Yeah, I did. I was happy. It was a great day. Great day.
I'm glad you had a good time. That's really awesome.
It was awesome.
That is great.
That is awesome.
I'll be thinking about it. I'm going to go back and rewatch the 2013 U.S. Open today, probably. The
And see
consolidated.
And see Bob
Almost get hit by.
I almost got hit by Phil Mickelson's tee shot on 18. Yeah, because I was doing a
Did
story
you
on 18.
cower like a little girl, or did you?
So it's funny.
Were you slightly athletic when you did it?
No, I turned my back and did kind of cower like a little girl. So I was doing a story about the Ben Hogan marker that's on 18 where he hit his famous 1-iron. And so I stood there all day with a Marshall, saw tee shot come up after tee shot after tee shot. Phil's hit his tee shot, and everybody lost it because it got a little cloudy and it was maybe drizzling a little bit. And as he hit it, you usually get a marker from a guy at the thing saying whether it's left, right, straight. The marker didn't say anything.
Oh,
the guy that I was standing with is like, oh, they lost it. And then I heard, look out. And so it was a basic. And then my phone started blowing up because people saw me on TV. That's
hilarious.
Yeah, I almost became the story. But
Yeah, like standing there on the one par 3 by the entrance. He's like, oh, yeah, this is where Phil lost the U.S. Open.
Yeah, exactly.
He put it down by the fan, and the fescue was so rough. And they just had the amateur
And it was
there.
a terrible week.
Yeah, it was really
that week
wet.
was the rainiest week.
Yeah, the practice
It was
rounds were
deadly
horrible.
flooding.
Oh, my God. I went through 2 pairs of shoes. It was bad. It was really bad. Muddy. It was gross. But for the final rounds, I mean, for the actual play, I don't recall it being that bad like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think as the week went on, it dried
got
up
better.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a beauty.
All right, that's awesome. Good stuff. I'm sure there was just a delay. We'll probably get an email later today, a formal-looking email or something inviting us, or somebody. How many members have listened to this show?
There's 600 local members.
Okay, so somebody's listening to this show right now. It's coming. It's coming. Hey, Quez Watkins. He's this year's training camp breakout superstar. Because yesterday I read 3 different media reports over a 2-day period about, wow, watch out for Quez Watkins every year. And it's not just Philly, but this town tends to really do it up. During training camp every year, let's overhype the marginal player and talk about a guy as if we're building him up to be, man, buy your stock now. It's Quez Watkins. Look at this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony's a big Quez guy. Like as far as believing Quez is ready to take that turn.
I think so.
Dude, can you please give me an example where one of these training camp superstar breakout stars ever works out? Because I honestly, as an Eagles fan forever, I'm trying to think last night. Any memorable names you can think of where somebody came out of nowhere?
Paul Turner's a legend in this town, John.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually.
Every year you get this.
Mamula
You got
was
one?
a guy that...
Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey.
I mean, he was a 6th-round pick who ends up starting from Jump Street.
From the jump, right?
And I remember laughing like he's a 6th round. And I get the whole he's an offensive lineman.
He
you can
started
get,
first month,
but
right?
he started right away. Yeah, and he was this training camp wonder. He wasn't necessarily the skill position guy that you're alluding to, the Paul Turners, the Steven Spocks, but Henry Josies. But yeah, he jumps out to mind, the guy that worked out.
I don't know.
I can think of the guy that, because every year you go back and you read these stories. You can even go back on Google and read Training Camp 2020, Training Camp 2018. And it seems like media will gravitate to one guy to try to tell. Quez is the guy right now. Got to watch Quez Watkins. Look at what Quez Watkins is doing. Don't write him off.
He's had a good 2 days, and from everything that I looked at, it was a mention. Here's some highlights for yesterday. Quez Watkins has had a good couple of days. You have to write it. He's had a good couple of days. How can I not write that?
Did he caught some ball?
It's shifting to Zach McPherson now.
I like that.
He's apparently had a stellar 2 days.
Now that excites me.
So
That
maybe
would
the two
be
of them
great
can.
if they hit on a. What was he? A third rounder?
He's a fourth, I believe.
Fourth, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
that'd be
time
awesome.
they're due for one of these guys. You know what I mean? Like even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
And
And
Zach, a guest on the John Kincade show earlier.
he was a cool dude.
He was really
He was
good
very
dude.
personal.
So, I mean, there's something about that builds up. I was trying to think of the guys, though, that come out of nowhere.
There's not a ton that jumped to mind.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
I mean,
many.
Patrick Robinson was the opposite. He almost got cut and then had one of the biggest plays in Eagles history.
No question.
Jalen Mills a little bit. I mean, he was a seventh-round pick, and a lot was made about him. and
Well, he was a
second-round
seventh-round
talent.
pick because of some off-the-field stuff. So I guess.
Still, though,
yeah.
Jalen Mills was going to be a third-day draft pick anyway.
I thought
not
I'd
like
heard
he
could have been like a fourth rounder. If
That's what I mean. That's third day.
maybe even
Yeah, third-day draft pick. Still. The McPherson thing is interesting to me.
It's great. I hope it's true.
The problem is usually it is a skill position guy. It's a wide receiver, running back, and I mean Corey Clement a little bit.
Tornado Scott tweeted in Brian Westbrook. Did he just start dropping jaws at camp?
He was a third-round draft.
I can't recall.
He's a third-round draft pick. He doesn't. When you're talking about a third-round draft pick, you're not coming out of nowhere. A third-round draft pick is expected to come in, perform, and make the team. Like that doesn't shock me. I want to see. I want to see the Eagles have more of these stories, though. More of these, because this roster needs it.
Yeah,
this roster needs a few more of those feel-good stories.
No question. You're going to need these guys to perform. And we talked yesterday, John, about the wide receiver core. When you take Devontae Smith out, what the hell exactly do you have? And if you can get a Quez Watkins to maybe open eyes or maybe perform where the Eagles thought he could be, and other guys, but that's what this year is, and that's what I love about this year. It's a sit back and say, all right, what do you got? Show me what you got year. And I like that.
Chris Miller on our YouTube channel brings up the question that I have here in my notes. He was a decision to be inactive by the coaching staff last year, pretty much two-thirds of the season.
Yeah.
He couldn't even scratch it. Like as far as, and from then going back and reading about that, he wasn't picking up.
Yeah, he apparently had a slow learning curve.
Right.
But it's hard to get on because last year it's tough being a rookie. And then you had the shortened camp and COVID era, and it was just weird. So I can't kill him for that, I guess.
Hopefully he shows us he's
Be
got
nice.
something.
I mean, him and Hightower look like they have speed.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to catch the ball in practice right now.
Hands?
He's got to get better. But he could get open.
That's the understatement. I don't care if he's open.
Hey, did you watch
Can he
Little
catch
Giants?
something?
They put that sticky stuff in the kid's hands. He was
You
fine.
can't do that anymore. You're not allowed.
Bryce Trice could get open.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, we're reckoning back to the days of Randall Cunningham.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
It just crossed my mind and reading some of the stories that I did yesterday. So, Jalen Hurts, and I've said this numerous times, I loved watching him in college. And what an athlete. Not your prototypical stand in the pocket quarterback, as we all know, but a guy that's an athlete that can get out there and do things. And listen to Nick Sirianni talk and was Steichen, is that how you pronounce his name? Steichen. Offensive coordinator.
Shane.
Listening to those guys speak, they've talked about how they have to work on get his footwork correct and holding the ball in the pocket and seeing receivers and all. And that's their main thing right now. And they've talked endlessly about it. It was brought up yesterday, I believe, when's the part where you let Jalen be Jalen? Where he reads something or doesn't see something and takes off and he improvises and all that stuff. And it was kind of, it'll come. We'll get to that. It might be the hardest thing about coaching, and I'm really interested to watch it, and it's why I bring it up, how much you let a rookie quarterback, as a rookie coach, allow him to be who he is and say, it's okay. Now, I know he's not a rookie quarterback. All those people out there that say he's not a rookie.
He sort of is, though.
It's his first time being a starting quarterback in the
Until
league.
he gets to 16 games. He's
Sure.
Right. So it's going to be really fun because, look, as a rookie coach, and I think Sirianni's done a lot of this that we've seen, you want to have your thumbprint on everything. You want guys to know, like, I'm in charge and all that. Not in a J.O. way, but in a way that I think he's done it. I think the hardest thing's going to be to sit back and say, okay, young man, you do what you do. What you did there was okay. It's going to be interesting to see if Jalen Hurts can improvise and do the things he did in college and a little bit last year, if under Nick Sirianni, that's there too.
I'm only in on improvising if it's because the play broke down.
Yeah.
I'm only in on improvising if a lot of times, like the Randall Cunningham, let me be me.
Right.
Remember that whole nonsense? Was because of the fact he had a head coach who was absolutely deficient in understanding offensive football and what was needed to help his defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to earn the improvisation.
Correct.
There you go.
There we go. It's early. Still on this first cup of coffee. There's a lot of vowels in there. You have to earn that. So, I mean, he can certainly earn that, but it's probably going to take at least a quarter of a season or a half a season to kind of get those rights and know what he's looking at.
His football IQ, though, spectacular.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Spectacular.
I mean, to go from one major program to another and pick up the
Seamlessly.
offense, not skip a beat, that's pretty impressive.
I'm not so much worried about him picking up his Sirianni system, but I do worry about getting getting to the point where they're so stringent on sticking to that system and not just letting him play. You know, I mean, I think Jim Schwartz is a prime example of a guy who you're playing my system and there's no deviating from that at all. And I think it was a hindrance. Whereas with the quarterback position, like, look, if he needs to roll out, let him roll out. That was one of the problems that Doug had last season with Carson, which is, okay, well, you're going to play in the pocket. Like, we're not, like, how many games did we beg Doug to roll Carson out?
Right.
Sure.
So, like, you know, after he picks up the system and it's obvious, like, let him be him.
I truly believe Nick Sirianni's smart enough to adapt to his players.
I agree. It's just interesting when you want to coach, which is fine, and that's exactly what he should be doing now. You don't coach improvisation, and it'll be interesting to see early on exactly where that's going with it. Look, he can't be Randall Cunningham anymore. You can't have quarterbacks in the league. Lamar Jackson is kind of that, but I question how great of a quarterback he's going to be. It's going to be interesting to watch this maturation of Jalen Hurts at quarterback in implementing who he is at the position.
So, Jamie, one of the things you brought up is that we bring up, a guy named Donovan McNabb.
I've heard of him.
And Donovan McNabb, yet one of the other legendary quarterbacks to come through this town. We talk about
best they've ever had.
Number 5 will always love you.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
No questions
I
asked.
don't think it's really close.
I don't think there is that close an argument. So Donovan McNabb is saying he wants everybody to give Jalen Hurts the, benefit of the doubt?
He says he's got to be patient with a guy like this. And I agree with him. It's tricky because I think the Eagles made enough moves in the division, potentially could be mediocre enough to win it. If there's shifts to winning expectations in season and Jalen Hurts struggles, I feel like there's because there always is in this town, an underswell of get Flacco in there, what's the other dude's name? Nick Mullins in there if he struggles. And I think everybody, team included, has to let Jalen Hurts breathe. I don't want to hear it from the fans. I don't want to hear it from media. I don't let the kid play the year. He has to play all 17 games. The team has to be patient with him, even if the division becomes obtainable. I need him to play through potential pitfalls. If they lose the division because Jalen Hurts wasn't good enough in week 16 and 17, so be it. You got to live by the sword, die by the sword.
Are we all in on that?
I couldn't have said it. I'd never been this lock and step with Jamie as I am right now. I feel like
you can't toy with him.
Your hand.
I do not want to see Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I don't want to see Nick Mullins.
I've seen Joe Flacco the last 2 years. He is completely inadequate as an NFL quarterback.
Joe
Flacco. I know that's not popular.
And I agree with Donovan.
He's local.
I think he's right. The most important thing this year is being patient with Jalen Hurts.
You're not winning anything with Joe Flacco.
No, and I don't see a scenario besides injury. Everything you just laid out, I do not see a scenario where you're putting Joe Flacco in a game.
You're going to hear it from fans at some point if he struggles.
I don't think so because I think a lot less maybe than we think than normal because it's that sit back and let's see what's
It will
what
be
year.
only people who have not watched NFL football the last 2 years that will say put Flacco in.
Well, Nick Mullins won 17-18 in practice the other day.
He was
John.
absolutely. Guess what? As I said before, Nick Mullins is a guy I would absolutely be much more comfortable putting in there than Flacco. He's terrible at this point in his career. Terrible with a T.
Well, I don't want to see either of
Underline
them.
it. I don't either. I want to see Jalen Hurts get his shot because I want them to know what they've got, one way or another. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
We've talked about it.
We all in on this, Pat?
Ad nauseum, man. The worst thing we can think of is 9 months from now, we're sitting here going, do they need a quarterback?
So we're all in on it.
Yeah, you need to figure out if this guy can play or not. You have to have the decision made at the end of the season if he's your quarterback of the future, if he has enough, or if you need to go out and draft one.
I mean, I don't want 2021. I'm actually hoping that 2021 in a way doesn't become this. Oh my gosh, they're 6-6, but they're only a game out of first.
That was my fear right then, is that the division becomes up for grabs, he struggles, and the underswell begins.
And to me, it's completely different than like the Phillies situation. Like this Phillies team, I feel completely different about being a game and a half out and everything. I want them to win it, and I want them to do whatever they got to do to win it. This is a year where you have to evaluate guys in this roster and decide who's staying and who's
the
going.
direction of the franchise hinges on this upcoming offseason.
And I want Jalen Hurts to have every opportunity to succeed or fail.
Mhm.
And if he fails, so be it.
Yeah. And I think the fan base, I think we're going to find throughout the season with callers, with people that we talk to and all, they're going to be that way a little bit more, Jamie, maybe than we even expect or have ever seen in the past. I think they're going to be. I think the fans are going to be patient with this team, knowing. Now, the worst thing that could ruin their patience is, as you said, it gets close and you're in
and he throws a pick.
And he starts playing poorly in a game or two, and then you're like, well, what
the hell, Sirianni? The division's up for grabs.
I don't
See,
think
I don't
so,
want to
though.
hear that.
Yeah,
I truly
Have you
don't
met
believe
Eagles
it.
fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I always look at Eagle fans, though, that, like I tried to tell you with Phillies fans yesterday. I believe Phillies fans are Phillies fans, and they're not, many of them aren't, the majority are not baseball fans. They don't understand because
I think a lot of baseball's like that.
The Gibson and Ian Kennedy trade the other day totally convinced me of it. With the rampant negativity on social media,
It was a home run trade.
you people have no idea what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and people are just like, "This sucks. This is what we get." Oh my gosh! But and then Andrew the other day in for Anthony had John the baseball caller was on.
So what do you say, John?
And he calls. I'm going to call him Dombrowski after that trade. And I was like, okay, baseball, the Major League Baseball Network said it was the second best value trade of every trade that went down at the trade deadline, and that Dave Dombrowski pulled it off. And you got the caller going, I'm going to call him Dombrowski because that was terrible, and they're not all in. And look, they wouldn't even. And then I had another gentleman tell me, well, the reason they didn't get Chris Bryant is because they wouldn't take on the money. I'm like, bullcrap.com. That's not true. And I would like you to tell me what the Phillies could have put together that would have matched the deal that the Giants were able to put up for Chris Bryant. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Understand something before you tweet about it. Just come on. Understand or give a basic understanding of trying to figure it out. All right, Nick Sirianni, benefit of the doubt is something that is earned. He's earning it on this point with me. Plus a broadcast team that I hear people going to be excited about it, and I'm not. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hey, the Parks Sportsbook, it's the official sportsbook partner of the real sports fan. You've visited Parks Casino, haven't you? And if you haven't, you can get that Parks Casino Sportsbook app by downloading it this morning. It's the number one casino in Pennsylvania and the number one sportsbook app that you've got to be checking out. You can affect the money line as the game goes along. Last night, the money line shifts in the middle of a Phillies game. They're up 1-0, then they're up 4-0, then they're up 4-2, then they're up 5-2, then they're up 5-4. The money line shifted consistently during the game. You can bet on individual player performances. You get all the spreads and the parlays and the props and the teasers and the over-unders that you're used to. But you also can do that in-game wagering, and you get a risk-free bet of up to $500 for new customers. Download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. Follow along on Twitter at Parks Sportsbook with an X for daily specials. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Who have we all had a little trouble social distancing from? Here's a clue. About 6 feet tall, has handles, and is cold inside. That's right, our refrigerators. And our waistlines have suffered. However, Skechers would like to help you get back on track with our incredible Go Walk footwear. Because once you put on Skechers Go Walks, they're so comfortable you'll be inspired to get out there and start walking. Skechers is a comfort technology company, and Go Walks are fully loaded with all the comfort and performance innovations you need. They're incredibly lightweight and breathable with features like air-cooled Goga Mat insoles and bouncy foam bottoms for extra cushioning. And Go Walk footwear come in all the fits you love, like stretch fit, wide fit, relaxed fit, and arch fit with podiatrist certified arch support. Plus, you'll look great with so many stylish options to choose from, including easy slip-ons and comfy lace-ups. And they're even machine washable. It's time you distance yourself from that fridge. Get out there and start Go Walking. Find the #1 walking footwear in the world, Skechers Go Walk, for men and women at Skechers.com, a Skechers store, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Are we ready for the 5:30 pickup?
Cam's Courier Service's newest hire delivered his resignation.
Hey, Ray, who's handling
She now needs next day shipping on a new driver.
all these boxes here? Are they ingoing or are they outgoing?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up,
Good night.
there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell and engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you'll get more than one shot to swing for the fences because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back. It's like credit if your first bet doesn't win, and it only gets better from there. Check out FanDuel's new promo live every Tuesday, $5 Dinger Tuesdays. Place a wager of $25 or more on any player to hit a home run on Tuesday and get a $5 bonus inside credit for every home run hit in the game, maximum $25. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund and bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25 per game. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late. And that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. And our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Chihuahua caramba, Kevin O'Leary here. I love money. So why does everyone fight about it? Because money disputes are never just about money. And when your business is involved, things get ugly fast. But have no fear, Mr. Wonderful's here with my new show, Money Court. Got a money problem? My legal team's got the solution. The money is real, the people are real, and my decision is final.
Money Court with Kevin O'Leary. New series starts next Wednesday, 10 Eastern. CNBC.
Let's go. Game on. Pedal to the metal. Full throttle. Let's go big. Let's go live. All day, all night, all out. Let's go high stakes. Topped with a lobster tail. Cocktails? What time? Anytime. Let's go for the win. Let's go for 2 or 3 or hit me. Let's go for it all. Game, set, match. Points on points on points. Let's go, Philly. Let's go live. Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia Luxury Hotel. Gaming bars and restaurants in South Philly. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The next great flavor from Wendy's is here. The Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger, topped with our signature Applewood smoked bacon and smothered in our brand new bourbon bacon sauce. Because at Wendy's, we go all in on flavor. Handcrafted, complex yet approachable, made with the finest ingredients. This is a delicious bourbon masterpiece that you eat. Download the Wendy's app for delivery of this great new flavor and more today. We got you.
At participating Wendy's, delivery may vary by location. Prices may be higher than at restaurant. Delivery fees may apply. Wendy's app registration required.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 a.m. hour, the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. We appreciate you being a part of the John Kincade Show, the whole gang here, as a Insta poll went up.
Huh?
Insta poll went up.
Whoa, what are we talking about here?
Whoa.
Well, now, is
Somebody
this,
looking at porn?
Was this Heavy Chevy's creation or yours, Coach?
No, it's mine.
The Insta poll.
Yeah, we're going to do this throughout the show if you're on our YouTube channel.
So if you're on the YouTube, best athlete on the morning show is Bob, Jamie, Pat, John. So you vote.
Who's winning?
Connor wants to have the best athlete vote. Connor wants to have his name added to that.
They only allow 4 different answers. Yeah, so
Connor was insulted when I polled everybody, including
Right.
Coach, and Connor wasn't number one. I could tell he was insulted.
I'm putting.
But this is a man who thinks he can D up a guy who just got a 4-year, $38 million contract. So
I honestly think Bob and Jamie would be almost a coin flip between Bob and Jamie. Like if I'm casting the vote, I don't know who I'd vote for. Pat, that's no knock on you.
No,
because I would put that.
It's an easy answer.
As a case.
For me, it's Jamie.
Now it says Ryan here is like, well, JK's definitely not an athlete.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, Bob.
I would put that
okay.
Ryan has some insights. He goes, JK definitely not an athlete. I won more coaches awards. If I had ever been able to keep those stupid trophies of like the Coach's Spirit Award, where the
but there's a lot of unathletic coaches.
But as I would tell Ryan, I would think I was by far the most successful coach. As a coach, I was a really good coach because I think not a lot of great players can make really, really good coaches.
I coached some pretty mediocre 6th grade Wissahickon boys lacrosse.
Yeah. Bob was coaching though. Bob would be, trying to battle here as far as a coach.
I feel like Bob talks a big athletic game, but I've never seen him do anything but golf.
No, I
know you played
outside and so you can throw harder.
No, but I know you played basketball.
No.
I've never seen you play basketball.
I can tell Bob's an athlete.
No, I agree with you. My point is, he got a little offended when I said it was an easy answer for me. It was Jamie. Oh, is that
it
right?
Wasn't even close.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's right. I've never seen you do
basketball.
anything.
Huh? Pat's seen me play basketball.
Jamie's got hoops.
I think I retired.
Cool.
I retired as an ice hockey coach with an 840 winning percentage. 5 years high school, 3 years club hockey. I think I had an 840.
Oh, good
Just
for
saying.
you.
Just saying.
You weren't coaching Egan.
No, but what it shows is that a lot of times the best coaches.
Well, Larry Bird said he couldn't coach because he expected people to be able to do what he did and have the heart that he did. And
absolutely.
He found that difficult. I think Magic Johnson was the same way.
Correct.
Charlie Manuel, when he was managing, had the lowest career batting average among managers who played.
Tommy Lasorda. Bobby Cox.
That's probably why Michael Jordan realized, I can never do that.
You can't coach because you're going to.
Yeah. My expectations.
Expectation of why can't somebody do this?
Gretzky was a terrible coach.
Gretzky's horrible.
It's how you see the game. You know, it's.
Is that what it is?
You don't know. You don't know how somebody else sees a game. Like Gretzky's talent was unbelievable, but I'm sure he saw the game in a way. Look, the first thing I learned about coaching basketball was don't just look at the ball. Because that's what I did. I was a point guard. I always had the ball in my hands,
Gretzky's probably like a chess genius. He probably saw 3 moves ahead before the average person.
You can't coach that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know that whole thing that Wayne Gretzky got involved with, which is the speed of the game, the anticipation, the quick twitch, and everything. Like his brain worked. It worked like he saw things in slow motion.
Yeah, he knew where guys were going to be, so he knew how to go around. Yeah, he was.
It's amazing.
Jamie's comparison to chess is pretty accurate.
Some of it's innate, some of it is acquired.
Sure,
but I truly believe not being a even good athlete helps you as a coach. Because what was I doing? I was watching a lot of times, watching and seeing, and then trying to calculate it and figure out what's going on. You learn about the game, and a lot of people, that's how they accomplish it. I don't know. I can't tell if I'd pick Jamie or Bob. Because
who's winning?
Jamie's sneaky athletic.
What sport?
Bob is winning.
Jamie is not sneaky athletic.
Yes,
Jamie's a good athlete.
But when you...
I'm not going against you, John. I'm just saying I've heard that a lot. Jamie's a really good athlete.
Yes, because when you look at Jamie... He doesn't look athletic because he's a bigger guy.
And he is.
He runs like Barry Goldberg, like we just saw it.
Yes, he does run like Barry Goldberg.
We know he's a good athlete, Bob, but the casual person, if you see Jamie standing there with his polo and his tee and his flip-flops, and no, he doesn't really look like a chiseled athlete.
I look comfortable, though, don't I?
You do. And no one can take that away from you.
Extreme comfort. I love being comfortable.
By the way, I did get 3 emails yesterday. Like I predicted. You're mentioning people from other radio stations. Yeah, sometimes I do. Because I refuse to use someone else's work in my preparation where I will not give them credit. And I will give Reuben Frank credit. He had an observation the other day in one of his pieces, and then so I was diving deeper into it as far as some of the other practice coverage that's coming. Here's the points that have been made. Is that Nick Sirianni is not running practice like Chip Kelly. But him and his staff are much more one-on-one, stop practice, here's what's wrong, let's give one-on-one instruction, let's run it again, let's go back, look at this again, here's how it's supposed to be done. There is a purpose for every single thing, and I'm quoting directly from Rube's piece. There's a purpose for everything that's happening. The coaches and the players maximize their time on the field for use effectively. With the entire team watching, drills are spirited and excited, guys are engaged, but it's constant motion and nonstop teaching. Now, a lot of times you're going to say, it's just this. Look, it's different than the way the old coaching staff worked. I love the idea that Nick Sirianni is prepared, energized, efficient, and most importantly, in charge. There's no questions asked. Even NFL Network talking about their coverage of Eagles training camp. There was no question that Nick Sirianni was the orchestrator of everything that was going on at practice and bouncing around from groups to groups. There were reasons to doubt Nick Sirianni when he was behind a microphone, whether he was ready for this job. But I absolutely, from hearing what many analysts are saying as they see this team work, the man is large and in charge running his football team. And that, to me, is more than enough reason to give him the benefit of the doubt. And that's where we begin. I saw Colleen Wolfe and Baldy out yesterday.
Oh, you were there?
No, eating milkshakes. I did not go out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Eating milk. They were having milkshakes.
Yeah, I saw them on Insta.
Having milkshakes.
Colleen's hurt.
And I think she hurt her pinky.
Her pinky catching a touchdown pass.
From Kurt Warner?
Kurt Warner, yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's a consistent message here that Nick Sirianni that his practices are completely planned, completely prepared, and that if something isn't being done right, shut it down, Look at it. Let's manipulate it. I love that because that is absolutely that's what I believe practice is for. It's not to say, well, we'll look at it on tape. A lot of coaches, and Doug Peterson supposedly was, let's look at it on tape later and correct guys in a tape session about what was wrong that they did.
Why make it a classroom setting if you don't have to?
I agree with you.
Like, I think the majority of athletes, and I could be way wrong here, learn better seeing it and doing it in their field of play rather than seeing it. As soon as you enter a meeting or a classroom type setting, there's an element of human nature where you're like, I don't want to be here.
Check
really?
Out. You can see Bob at every, meeting we've ever had.
So, like, you can be engaged and see it and go over it in a classroom, but it's not the same. You don't have the same invigoration. You don't have the same just doing it. It's like traveling. I could read about Rome for 2 years in school, and it doesn't sink in. But when I stepped off the metro stop in Rome, it hits you like a ton of bricks. You're like,
wow,
holy hell. And it's the same kind of thing. When you're in it and when you're doing it, it means more than when you're reading or studying about it.
I felt the same way about New Hope. You can read about New Hope, but when you actually get there.
Peddler's Village?
Peddler's Village, yeah. You know, so you've been too. You're privileged like me.
That?
Yeah, no, I agree with Jamie. Having it done right there in the middle of what's going on is invaluable. And to watch the players' reaction to it there is good to see. You know, and the way Sirianni breaks things down, I think he was talking about a jab step off the line the other day. I don't know if it was Quez Watkins or what wide receiver it was, but it kind of just a jab step. It's something that you take for granted. And I was lucky enough to always be coached that way, where you didn't take anything for granted.
So what you're talking about when like you paid for coaches that stop things,
like a small breakdown.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. A small breakdown of a play. If you can pick up any little thing, it's such an advantage. I'm not a guy that says, "All right, here we're going to run a pick and roll." I'm a guy that loves a coach that says, "All right, but here's how we run the pick and roll, and I'm going to show you how to set the pick first, and then I'm going to show you how to roll." And I'm going to, anything like that when you can break it down. Sirianni seems like a guy that does that, and I appreciate that.
I got to tell you that I try to be fair. I also believe with coaches that usually it's 3 years, unless it's a disaster. I try to not draw that big conclusion early on how things are going. But I'm really impressed hearing people talk about the teaching aspect. Because with a young team, you better teach.
Yeah, that drill the other day where he had his hand on the guy's shoulder blades, pushing and pulling. Like he was literally dragging them through a drill of how he wanted it done or how it should be done.
And to me, I would imagine that gains you some credibility.
I would think if you got the right group, which is what the Eagles kind of pride themselves on, is having those guys that love football, that don't have off the field, drama and crap going on. They like a particular type of player, and that type of player should receive that teaching well.
Well, and it's so different from what Doug did, but it's somewhat the same in the sense of they're both player coaches. So it's not different in the Chip Kelly mold of he's a hard ass and he's demanding you get 9 hours sleep, which I think that that graded on a lot of the players. But this is different in the sense of he is very hands on, but they seem to really like that because you can rally around a coach and.
What'd you say?
Can rally around. Oh God, no. Just move on.
If he does it, I'm going to come in and beat you.
Do we have a break? In the linchpin? Anyone?
Rally. Why would you do that?
Why would you? Come on.
Because I love Rally House.
See, shut your mouth.
No, I love it too.
I'm hoping to be back out there again soon.
I love the place. I don't love John singing
I
about
like you
it.
throwing in, though, the shut your mouth. Because Ms. Rhonda loves that, too, when I sing that. Shut your mouth.
Get to rally.
Hey, nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. So the broadcast teams came out yesterday from Fox. Because now we got to look at who will the Eagles be getting.
Oh, I know where you're going with this now.
I've got to tell you, there's one thing I've never figured out, and it is look, everybody. It's why these ice cream shops have like 55 flavors.
Can I take a guess? Does it have to do with a guy named Gus?
Yep.
Figured.
Why'd you figure?
Because he's polarizing. You either love him or you hate him.
I never. Did you figure it out? Because of the fact is, I want my play-by-play guy to be
straight
wallpaper.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive!
See, I think Gus works better in college basketball.
Correct.
And I don't.
NCAA tournament.
Yeah, like that excitement is
Now,
amazing.
Gus Johnson on an NFL game to me is, honestly, leave the car running in the garage. It just is, and just put me to sleep. Let me just...
Wow.
Because it's just going to be, oh, he hits it to me! He caught it first down! We got 12 minutes to go in the first quarter here. The first catch for a first down, Gus Johnson's going to be screaming into his microphone. And more importantly, they put Gus Johnson with Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
Now, Aqib Talib last year...
I kind of found him entertaining.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. But I think Aqib Talib needs to be with a straight man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a guy who is, look at me as a play-by-play guy. I'm going to do something that everybody's going to be talking about what I did. Oh, what a catch! Like he's doing wrestling or something.
Yeah.
I think Aqib Talib intrigues the hell out of me. Because his way of describing the Eagles game he worked was really odd.
Yeah, it was different, and that's why I liked it.
And I liked it too.
Yeah.
I said, put him with a traditional guy that will give him the room to be odd.
Give Gus the boring
Correct.
color guy.
That's what I think it's a mistake putting the two of them together.
I can see where you're coming from.
But I'm shocked they're putting Gus Johnson on NFL.
Yeah, I thought he had kind of lost that step.
Now they put him in a 6th team.
Yeah.
He's only going to work probably 7 weeks or 8 weeks.
But as an Eagles team that's going to be lower on the pecking order of announcing crews.
I don't think they're going to get him because of the fact that
CBS?
The market. No, the market of Fox. He's Fox.
Oh, he's Fox. Okay.
So I don't believe they're going to get the 6th team from Fox very often.
They could be bad.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah, but this market.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
This
The
market always does well, yeah. I mean, they always want
they're
something.
They're not going to usually put that with it.
Yeah.
Schlereth's team, they went up to 3 now.
Who's he with?
Oh, gosh. Who is Mark working with? Because they replaced, the guy who retired. The old man who retired.
Stockton didn't
Dick
retire.
Stockton.
Did he retired?
I think he retired.
Oh, really? I heard he
think
was back.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I heard. I
really?
did. Yeah.
Okay,
I heard
let
he
me
still
see.
wasn't out.
Let me see if they-
So it's Joe Buck, Troy Aikman as the A team with Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi,
You got
and Christina Pink. Then it's Kevin Burkhardt, who does a great job with
Yeah,
Greg
but they
Olson.
put Greg Olson on the number 2 team.
Yeah, that's aggressive with Pam Oliver. And then it's Amin
Amin.
with Mark Schlereth
Yes.
and Shannon Spake. Then Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Sarah Walsh, Lindsay Zarniak.
God, Vilma was terrible.
And then, I didn't like Vilma. And then Chris Myers, Daryl Johnson, Jennifer Hale. And then
So there it is.
Kevin Kugler and Mark Sanchez.
Kugler, yeah.
Kugler.
He's good.
No Dick
He's
Stockton.
good.
Mark Sanchez.
No
I
Dick
didn't-
Stockton.
I didn't know.
Dick Stockton's gone. Yeah, Mark Sanchez just joined Fox doing the TV.
I could see him potentially being okay.
He's all right.
He was all right in studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all right. I mean, he's the one to me is the diamond in the rough, and he's doing a lot of college. Is Brady Quinn? I think
Yeah? I haven't watched a ton of them.
Brady Quinn on the Saturday morning Big Ten pregame show, Fox.
Yeah, he's
I
not
saw
bad.
some of him.
I think he's fantastic. Like you put him on a set with he's on a set with Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush. And Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, you could do their show prep could be put on one piece of paper.
Because was Jamarcus Russell not available to have just the old bus team?
There is absolutely no preparation being done by either of the other guys. So I'm just saying it just seems to me, I think Aqib Talib could end up being a breakout star.
He could be. He's
Because
so
he was
different.
so odd.
And he brought like a raw player aspect.
Correct.
It wasn't like cookie cutter crap.
I don't want to see him with the play-by-play guy. If there's a play-by-play guy who clearly wants to upstage their color man, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
It's Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something. I want everybody playing my cuts.
Yeah.
I want everybody doing this. Did you get that?
I like listening to the former athletes. I agree with you guys about Talib. He's different, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
He's an odd cat.
Everybody
He's
tries so
really-
hard to fit in and be the same.
His thoughts are odd. Yeah, which is cool.
But
Which
I
is
found
what
it-
I really, really like. Yeah.
I was hanging on his every word.
Yeah,
because I was entertained by it.
Because it's not he's an unironed shirt, and I like that. He hasn't been grabbed by the production company and said, no, this is how you have to do it. It was like, go man, do what you do. And I think he's really good. I like him a lot.
Do you think if Aqib Talib is going to get to work 7 or 8 games this year, do you think that they will try to mold him?
I hope not.
Because I hope not either.
I mean, maybe refine his style, but don't make him change.
I mean, just too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't refine a thing. Be you, dude.
Lewis Malone says, what are you talking about? Matt Leinart does college football. Lewis, what are you saying? That's what we're talking about. Brady Quinn, Matt Leinart, and Reggie Bush do the Saturday morning Fox pregame show. And by the way, Urban Meyer was also part of that show.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer was great on TV.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
I thought he was really, really good.
He's a very unlikable guy, and I didn't hate him on TV.
I forget who was the host, though. But those 3 guys were brought in there. Urban Meyer and Brady Quinn sat on this side of the set, and Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush sat on this side of the set, closer to the host. And I swear to you, you could see the disdain in the eyes of Urban Meyer going, okay, Brady and I have done our homework for this show, and these two are just on there talking. Because Reggie Bush, he didn't open a book.
Did you see who's replacing him?
The test.
Urban Meyer?
Who?
Bob Stoops.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Coach Stoops is awesome.
So that could be cool. He's a bit of a nut. Yeah.
He is a nut.
Yeah.
Big golf guy, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Loves his golf. He was coaching that Dallas team in that.
Yeah, the XFL remake or whatever it was.
Was that his last stop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. They were so afraid that they were going to lose. I'm drawing a blank. On Oklahoma's coach. They were so
Lincoln Riley?
Lincoln Riley. They were so afraid they were going to lose Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, he was a big name out there for the
He got talked into, hey, Bob, would you step aside now? We don't want to lose Lincoln.
And here's some money.
Stick around. Yeah, and he lives down in Florida.
I can be bought out for a really nice price,
Loves
and
to
go
play
retire, golf.
Loves
All right, let's start pulling some money together, boys.
Yeah, I mean,
we can finally get rid of them.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
By the way, people think we're being facetious about Jamie being an athlete. Jamie, you played college sports.
It's fine. People can think whatever they want.
But it boggles the mind what people think they know.
I mean, I have a beer gut, so people assume I'm not an athlete. That's great. I don't really care. I mean, honestly, I appreciate you guys having my back, but they can think whatever they want. Give me a ball and a field of play, and I'll probably take it to 80% of these people. So
it's just it is. It's interesting.
I mean, think what you want. I don't care.
This is
Jamie is a 39-year-old, soon-to-be father of 2, whose playing days are behind him.
Yes.
That's why I love golf.
But Jamie is an athlete.
Yes.
I don't expect him to go out and play against you 25-year-olds that may be watching and do much, nor me.
But how many of those 25-year-olds played college sports at any time?
Yeah, I'm not playing pickup against Connor any day soon because he'll run circles around me.
I'm thinking of that.
One-on-one with me and Connor could be interesting. I've never seen him play.
I want to play Connor one-on-one.
I'd like to see you two play.
Yeah.
Could be.
Just give me a month.
Could be. Could be. I'm more offended. Like Mark D goes, he's big mad. No, I'm actually offended for Jamie. Because I just can't. How many guys ever could play college sports of any level?
Yeah,
at any time.
I'm 6'3", 260.
We're not talking intramurals.
Bring it
How
on.
many are good enough to play college sports? For God's sakes.
I forgot that being big makes you unathletic.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a lot coming up for you. In the linchpin, Jamie will offer his pulse on the Sixers. Bob's going to tell us about Elton Brand and maybe make sense of what is going on with the Sixers right now. So we'll have a lot of Sixers talk. And I've got to tell you, Jen Scordo, I got to ask her what the hell was going on yesterday. We'll get to that from the Mike Missinelli Show. It's John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Window Nation, do you realize that they installed over 200,000 windows just last year? And that is 40 times more than the average window company does? Each window measured 3 times to ensure the proper fit. Over 1 million windows installed, and most importantly, that A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. You will love Window Nation. And why? Because I like saving money. And if your air conditioner is constantly running, the reason is the cold air is getting out, the hot air is getting in. Not to mention the fact you got hardwood floors, you have furniture in your home. When the sun's UV rays are coming through those cheap windows you've got, your energy bills are crappy, and your home is getting destroyed from the outside in. Let me tell you this. They have a 97% customer satisfaction rating. You got to check out Window Nation. And right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. I need you to call 866-90-NATION. Put in an order today at 866-90-NATION after you've gone window shopping at windownation.com. That's windownation.com. Take advantage of the 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy. No money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. And tell them John Kincade from The Fanatic sent you in.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Check out Beers with Bob tonight starting at 6 from Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, located in the heart of South Philly. Game on. Bob Cooney and Andrew Salchunas go around the league. Plus, touch on all the betting lines you need to know. Beers with Bob, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Tonight starting at 6 from Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-259-8642. 800-259-8642. 800-259-8642.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The first bet on Caesars Sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. But I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app, and that first bet is up to $5,000 risk-free. Caesar made an app for the people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new players. Paid in bet credits. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention golf fans. 97.5 The Fanatic is giving away great prizes for you. Win rounds of golf at some of the best courses in the area, Golf Galaxy gift cards, and gift cards to some of the best restaurants and breweries to grab a post-round beer. All you have to do is visit 975thefanatic.com/golf tour and enter the contest on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour page. That's 975thefanatic.com/golf tour.
Napa know-how.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is just $18.99. It keeps your engine from breaking down without breaking the bank. Yep, a 5-quart jug of Napa Full Synthetic for $18.99 is not just a great deal. It's the break you've been waiting for. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include state local taxes or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Offer ends 8/31/21.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get to where you want to go.
Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro.
O'Reilly.
Do you
even remember the last time you changed your spark plugs? Well, then now's a good time. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate when you purchase 4 or more select Iridium spark plugs. Put the pep back in your car. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. When you're injured on the job, you need someone who will fight for you, stand up to the insurance companies, and knows the laws in Pennsylvania. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers, wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Visit PAWorkInjury.com now. When you're hurt at work, turn to the team you can trust. With offices in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg, we are ready to get you the justice you deserve. Call or click today. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
Chihuahua caramba, Kevin O'Leary here. I love money. So why does everyone fight about it? Because money disputes are never just about money. And when your business is involved, things get ugly fast. But have no fear, Mr. Wonderful's here with my new show, Money Court. Got a money problem? My legal team's got the solution. The money is real, the people are real, and my decision is final.
Money Court with Kevin O'Leary. New series starts next Wednesday, 10 Eastern. CNBC.
Our home needs to be really, really comfortable, especially when it's so hot outside, right? Hey, this is Anthony Gargano for Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. These guys who installed my new air conditioning system, oh my God, I love them. Right now, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on a qualifying heating and cooling system from Service First. For service throughout Bucks and Montgomery counties, you can count on Service First to put you first always. Schedule an in-home estimate today with Brian at ServiceFirstHVAC.com and tell him Cuz sent you.
Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by Strikeforce Laser Tag. Play in your own video game in a Hollywood-style set. Visit them at StrikeforceLaserTag.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the brakes.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
A reminder again, you want to join us all for a fun day of golf benefiting Neurodiverse Living, NDL. Raising money to provide safe housing for adults with autism. Go to ndlgolf.org to sign up, ndlgolf.org. Monday, August the 23rd at North Hills Country Club in Glenside. Sounds like a really, really good place. I've heard some good scouting reports on it.
It is. I used to, LaSalle University, the college, not the high school, used to have a golf outing there that I used to go to every year, Bill Raftery outing. At North Hills. Great place. A lot of fun.
I think there's a lot of LaSalle High School members there as well.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's not. We're not the Interact.
That's their secondary course.
Yeah, right.
The others
You guys are
to
mistaking
Marion.
LaSalle with the Interact kids.
Dude, O'Hara.
No, LaSalle's not the prep.
O'Hara people, we understand. Yeah, the prep's one thing.
The prep's the worst.
The prep's one thing. Then you get LaSalle people.
Interact above all.
In the condescending people, though, in the Catholic League. I'm more talking Catholic League.
Yeah, but you act like LaSalle. LaSalle's not that.
Condescending country club boys.
No.
You know, it's St. Joe's Prep #1. Is it still that way, Pat?
Oh, yeah. And immediately you know if a guy went to the prep because they have it tattooed all over their body.
Just ask Rich Gannon.
The prep, God, the prep. Yes. My parents paid $25,000 for me to go to the prep.
There you go.
Can't stay. They're the worst, man.
It didn't used to be
the worst.
Put my finger on it.
By the way, Pete in Princeton wants to join in the conversation. Pete, what's going on, brother? Pete. He lost Pete. Pete sounded like he was at an.
Pete went to the prep, so he
was at an animal preserve.
He was offended.
He's out at the animal preserve. Hello, Pete. Our newest team member, Jennifer Scordo, from the Mike Missinelli Show. And she's been mixing it up with the guys. It's really been a nice addition, and we welcome Jennifer into the team. It's awesome having her here. To me, yesterday, though, she had an opinion on the Ben Simmons story that drove me crazy.
Yeah, Jen's cool.
It should never, really cool. But it should never, her opinion should never drive me crazy like this. But it did.
Ooh, she owns some real estate,
Good
John.
radio.
She said flat out, Mike was talking about how how mad, and Tyrone about how Mike and Tyrone were talking about how sort of they're mad, they're angry at the indifference with which Ben Simmons is treating this offseason.
Oh, jeez.
Mike flat out said, if I'm Ben Simmons, I'm locking myself in a gym or I'm locking myself in the sauna and not coming out.
The social media season has begun for Ben Simmons. Chris Johnson's putting out a bunch.
Now it's like, look how hard he's working.
Yeah.
Tyrone, he's pissed off. And Jennifer, she joins in on the conversation, and she goes, I'm not mad at him. I'm just disappointed in him.
That's the worst.
She pointed out, she used the word, she goes, I'm going to use my parents' word. I'm just disappointed in him.
That's so much worse. When my mom would say that to me, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. It was worse.
I agree with her.
Here's the only thing I would say with Jennifer. Jennifer, I need you to spout out a little venom on this because I don't believe he gives a flip whether you or I or Mike or Tyrone or anybody else is disappointed in him. We care about the disappointed word, and we all just reinforced it. If T-Dog tells you she's disappointed in you, Pat, growing up,
well, she said it every day.
That word wounded me from Betty.
Yeah, it hurt.
And she knew when to use it.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Purposely, and she could yell with the best of them. When she was quiet and said she was disappointed, wounded.
My parents didn't care enough about me to tell me if they were mad or disappointed.
Jennifer, with the disappointed word, and she said, I'm going to use my parents' word, I'm disappointed in you. It only has impact if you respect the person who's saying it to you or you love the person who's saying it to you. Ben Simmons doesn't love us. Ben Simmons doesn't respect us.
No.
Ben Simmons doesn't give a flip about us. Let's be honest. He doesn't give a flip about this. He doesn't give a flip about this city.
If I was Ben Simmons, I probably wouldn't care what the average fan thought either.
And he could. You can do that.
Yeah.
I would tell you this, any businessman that doesn't care about their consumers is an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Any businessman, whatever you're in, if you don't care about your consumers, you don't care about your fans, you don't care about your ticket buying public, you don't care about their opinions or what they're about, I'd say you're an idiot.
Well,
a flat-out idiot with a capital I.
I don't disagree, but
You're an idiot!
Ben Simmons' money is guaranteed, and I really believe he cares about that.
Oh, I believe he cares about his money. Yeah, he cares about his money.
So, and look, I don't know. I'm not in Ben Simmons' soul, but my read of the situation is, yeah, I'm good.
Look at my life.
I got guaranteed money. I got a resume. I can spin if I want to.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's been complete thumb your nose at the fan base.
Sure.
Arrogance. You see my fancy car? You see my house? You see the parties I throw?
I'm killing it.
You see, my life's good, and you people are all complaining about me. I'm better off than every one of you.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the vibe I
and
get.
I absolutely believe it's with agenda. That those posts are delivered with an agenda.
If it's with agenda, then shame on him, kind of like,
Do you doubt that?
I don't care. I don't know. I don't. Like, I heard somebody say yesterday, or John, you just brought it up. Did somebody say yesterday, like, he should be in a gym? Or
now, Mike goes, I would put myself in this. I think Mike said he would put himself in a sauna and just sort of, like, lock himself in the sauna.
Like melt
and just
away?
Not be seen.
Yeah,
You know.
I think I saw somebody say on social media about, again, being in the gym, and all I think of is, okay, tell me what Ben Simmons did yesterday. You saw him in the pool. What did he do for the other 23 hours and 50 minutes of the day? Because I don't know. You don't know. Maybe he was in a gym for 10 hours. I don't know. So to make the assumption, yes, if he's snubbing his nose at the fan base here and saying, look at me, I do disagree with that. No question about it. But I'm not questioning his work ethic because he's showing me a picture of himself in a pool.
He had his dogs out yesterday.
I think Jennifer's thought on it is that Ben Simmons cares. Because if disappointed, the only way disappointed matters to you is if you care about the people that...
I would agree.
And I don't believe for a second Ben Simmons gives one flip about...
I tend to agree with that also.
Jennifer, me, Mike, whatever. Or the ticket buying public.
You know what he should care about? The big fella that wears number 21. That's who, if Joel's disappointed and Ben doesn't care, there's the root of your issue.
Could be. I still am not buying that.
Oh.
I'm not buying it at all.
Buying that Embiid is upset with him on the floor?
That he's
Ramona Shelburne.
You said done with
Ramona Shelburne alluded to this. It said the Sixers might want him back, but Ben might not want to be back because of shots taken by Joel Embiid and Doc Rivers at the end of the year. He's sensitive.
Well, that post-game press conference sucked on Joel Embiid's part.
He's got to hear it from somebody.
I got you, but first thing you do?
I don't care about his feelings anymore.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And I don't think Joel Embiid does. And you can tell me I'm reading too much into it. When you're brutally honest in the moment, that's how you feel.
Yeah. I'll go to this, John. I'll just ask you this question. This is honest. Do you think Joel Embiid was wrong? Do you think the turning point of that game, do you agree with him that the turning point of that game was when Ben Simmons decided not to shoot and passed it to Matisse Thybulle?
I think it was the moment that momentum sort of had a popped balloon.
Yeah,
Popped
totally.
balloon. But I also believe as the leader of the team, when you have 8 turnovers in a Game 7, lead with that.
Yes.
And then point out point out the pockmarks on your face.
But that's why it was. That's why it was raw and truthful.
Yeah, but raw and truthful should have been introspective first.
Well,
a leader
sure
is introspective.
But he's still learning how to be a leader.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's 25.
Come on, he's 27 years old.
But he's never wanted to be a leader.
I don't give a flip if he wants to be a leader.
Well, that's part of the issue.
You
have to accept your leadership.
When you have 8 turnovers in Game 6 and you have 8 turnovers in Game 7, I think you lead with that. I need to be better, but we can improve on this, and this too.
Well, who's teaching him to be a leader?
Lead with. Guess what? If you've been around professional sports this long and you have to be taught how to be a leader, and Joel Embiid's, I think it was crappy what he did because I think he threw Ben Simmons onto the bus.
I loved it.
I know you did because you don't like Ben Simmons right now. I mean, because of what you see.
First of all, he's a nobody.
I've loved Ben Simmons, but clearly a message isn't getting through. And I mean, think about the fact that Brett Brown had to call the man's parents into an office and talk to them about how to improve. What the hell else needs to be done for him to get the message? Like, if I'm Joel Embiid, I'm at a breaking point too. Forget my turnovers.
Why are you forgetting your turnovers?
Because I didn't care that he didn't take blame for it. I'm not excusing him. He needed to be better. But in the moment, if you're at a breaking point, it came out of him. It came out of Doc Rivers, too.
I'm going to tell you this.
If he's sensitive to that, tough, man.
There was a momentum shift when he didn't slam dunk that basketball, and he had the opportunity.
I don't think that was the end of the game, though.
But 8 turnovers?
I'm not excusing that.
It was a one-possession game with 4 minutes to go, and you have 8 turnovers in a Game 7? And that should be the lead thing to come out of your mouth.
Yeah, he also felt like he was alone.
Then I don't care about his feelings either.
Well, he needs help.
8 turnovers in a Game 7, 8 turnovers in a Game 6.
There's a reason a lot of centers don't lead their teams to titles alone. Because it's hard to do.
You do realize that's the worst Game 6, Game 7 performance back-to-back in turnovers ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm not excusing it.
So wait a minute. Start with that. Because guess what? If you're talking about that slam dunk opportunity not being the number one thing that cost you the game, I'd say 8 turnovers in a Game 7 cost you. What if you don't do 3 of those? What if you turn it over 5 times?
Look,
maybe you've got the lead. Maybe you got a 3-point lead at that point.
In a perfect world, yes, you want Joel Embiid to come out and say, I have to be better and all that. But we're looking at it as a stranger talking about Ben Simmons. These guys have been together for 5 years. John, if you saw Olivia in a dress that you didn't like on her, you have no problem saying, Olivia, that doesn't look good on you. If you saw my daughter Jenna in a dress,
I wouldn't say a word.
You wouldn't say a word. For Joel Embiid to come out and say, yeah, Ben should have shot that ball or whatever.
It's different, correct.
It is. I mean, they have a relationship. They've been together for 5 years more. They've probably talked about it in the locker room before he came out and said it. Like, we're just taking it as a raw. He came out and said, yeah, it changed on Ben. There's more to it, that there's a relationship there. There's things that he can say that others can't say. So, in a perfect world, yes, point to yourself first. But I agree with Jamie. Ben Simmons needs to be called out as much as possible.
He needs a wake-up call. I mean, I'm with Jen. I'm I'm not. I'm above being angry at this point. I'm literally just disappointed. And you're right.
Dead inside.
He doesn't care at all. And Ben Simmons needs to go on Dr. Phil, and we'll probably end up hearing
catch me outside. How about that?
And that's fine. But the reality is, like, he needs a wake-up call in the worst way because that was glaring. I personally don't think that was the moment that the tide really shifted. I think it was more of the Matisse Thybulle foul on Kevin Huerter on the 3.
Huge.
But, like, it's still a glaring, like, that's the one thing everyone remembers from Game 7 is the passed-up dunk. Like, he needs a wake-up call.
It was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. There's no question. It was terrible.
It coming from Joel Embiid is the most impactful it could come from of any person on this earth. Honestly.
Yeah.
I believe that. So when he said it, I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was calculated. And I think that was him virtually grabbing him by the shirt and smacking him and backhanding him across the face and say, wake up, you have potential to be great, and you're holding me and this team down. I really think it was that.
I do too, and I'll say this why. Here's what really sticks in my head. So you have the pandemic, basketball is stopped. The story comes out from Jackie McMullen. Comes out from Jackie McMullen about Ben Simmons being called out by Brett Brown to shoot the ball. The first game back in the bubble, practice game, he shoots a 3. When all the talk was the Jackie McMullen story and then doesn't shoot another one for 33 games. Ben Simmons is playing games with this whole thing.
Sure he is.
He knows everything that's going on. Good for Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And that's another
we
middle
call
finger
you out.
to the fan base.
You want to play this game? I'll keep calling you out
That's
because it's obvious what you're not doing.
That's why I say disappointment doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care.
But if it's disappointment from Joel Embiid, I think it matters.
Could be. Yeah, it could be because it would be more personal.
Because he has the respect. He's been in the trenches with them. He's gone to war with them. I think it means the most from Joel Embiid because he can blow off a coach.
One of the things we look forward to on Wednesdays, Pat's Takes. We do.
Our perfect show just ended. With or without. Either way, it's time for Pat's Takes.
We're going to have a perfect show one day. If I pushed that button correctly, Pat, that would have been perfect.
I can see it in your faces. You're not mad at me. You're just disappointed. I simply wanted a dramatic pause.
You know what? I think Jennifer's too kind.
Yeah, she's only known me for about 12 minutes, but I'm assuming she's also just disappointed.
Jennifer's too
in the
kind.
performance.
I think we got to, just make her less.
Got to toughen her up a little bit.
Look, you wanted to break some eggs. I've noted it down. No more dramatic pauses for Pat's Takes.
There you go.
All right, 2 stories here. When you're a political lobbyist and you want to bribe a politician, you probably start off small, right? So you offer a 7-Eleven gift card, and then you work your way up to 3 months of Netflix. But what happens if they still say no? What happens when they turn down your Fruit of the Month gift and the transit company you work for needs that $700,000 contract with the city extended? Well, then you have to go big. And that's what happened to lobbyist Sigrid Lopez, who needed said $700,000 contract to go through, and she knew just the person to bribe. She befriended Councilwoman Victoria Mueller and started putting feelers out on what Mueller might want. Mueller wasn't interested in a trip to Busch Gardens. She couldn't care less about a nice night out at the Macaroni Grill. What Mueller wanted was breast augmentation surgery.
They're real and they're spectacular.
Well, no, they were real and they were mediocre, and that's why she wanted to augment them. So Lopez lobbied that body. She slapped down $1,100 and even drove Mueller to the doctor and back home to recover from the procedure. When Mueller returned to the office, she was a whole new woman with a whole new slogan for re-election. Victoria Mueller, proving that going from A's to C's is sometimes the right choice. Vote Mueller. This has all happened in 2016, and it's all alleged, by the way. The reason it's coming out now in 2021 is because the two had a falling out, and Lopez wanted to let everyone know that Mueller should change her name to Silicon-Delisa Rice. So, the relationship is fractured, like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, $1,100? That's it?
That's it.
Cheap, yeah.
She had a Groupon.
I wouldn't trust $1,100.
Yeah, right? Don't you want a little more expensive?
Surgery or something?
That sounds like a back alley move. Like,
yes!
Here, I got some fake
Remember
ones.
Look, she's only a councilwoman. She's not like a senator.
Remember the
all
butt
right?
implant person down at the airport?
Oh, yeah.
That was doing them in the
died?
hotel? Yeah, somebody died.
Yeah.
Like, you don't...
Wait a minute. Didn't
Weren't they putting cement in there?
There's something messed up.
Was it Kanye's mom died? Going to Mexico and getting the cheap Plastic surgery?
Does sound.
I thought that was what happened.
I don't know.
I thought it was Kanye's mom.
If only
that had the
internet.
that machine.
Yeah, if only we had a website where you can like just put in questions and it'll give you the
Philly
answer.
made national news for the butt implant woman.
Yes, and the woman died from that.
Yeah.
It sucks that we live in a country where you can't get
died?
safe butt implant,
It was
affordable butt implant surgeries, right?
Kanye's
Like,
mom went to Mexico and got the knockoff surgery and died from it.
Jesus,
Kanye has a ton of money.
Yeah, that was my thought process.
Because they
He
won't-
paid for the flight.
All he asked for was a magnet.
Went and got the back alley plastic surgery and died from it.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah,
that teaches you. If you go to Mexico, just bring back a golf hat.
Oh, please.
Don't get surgery.
And don't go to Tijuana.
Don't bring back a new ass. Bring back a new golf hat.
Just 2 of them, though.
Yeah, just 2 of them. Yeah, because look, you're not made of money. You can't afford to start getting golf hats for everybody.
I snuck in the pro bag or the pro shop bag last night like it was drugs across the border from my wife. I had it like rolled up under my jacket. I was like,
You were
"Don't."
El Chapo?
Yeah, I was basically El Chapo with Marion.
Did you shove those hats up your?
No personal questions.
We'll move on.
Yes,
when your family's worth $2 million, you have some luxuries in life. Maybe you go snowshoeing in the Swiss Alps, or you may get the opportunity to golf at Marion, for example. But it's important to remember how the other half lives, so you don't get jaded by your wealth. And Max Berry wanted to see how the other half slums it. So even though his family is worth a quote $2 million, he didn't charter a private jet from Philly to Miami. He didn't even fly American Airlines. No, Max decided to go with bargain airline Frontier.
Really?
Because Max Berry is a man of the people. Now, he stepped foot on that plane as a rich debutante. He left the plane as probably the biggest D-bag in the country and living proof that duct tape can truly solve all the problems. Barry inappropriately touched 2 female flight attendants, and when people on the flight saw that, they took a little bit of offense. Yeah, that's pretty much what he is. He let everyone know that his behavior, though, was completely justified, and it's just what rich people do.
My parents are worth $2 million. You know what? My grandpa is worth
Now, the audio's not great, but if you can't hear it, he says, my family's worth about $2 million, and my grandpa is worth more than everybody on this plane. Good for you. Male flight attendants came over to settle the guy down, since the female flight attendants don't get paid enough to be groped by Thurston Howell V. But when the male flight attendants approached him, Richie Rich started swinging. So they did what any normal person would do in that situation. They duct taped him to the seat. Frontier doesn't offer movies on their flight, so this was the free entertainment for everybody on the flight. But in this country, when you get groped by a, quote, millionaire's grandchild, you have to just let him. Because the Frontier airline staff who duct taped him to the seat have been suspended. So if you're on a flight and you see Jamie Lynch, put the duct tape away, because money talks and the rich always win.
Oh, my gosh. What a jerk. You go see that video.
It's cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that nobody else stepped in on the flight.
It's weird times,
They were
as much as you'd want to grab the guy by the throat and start knocking him
You're
out.
letting women get talked to like that? Even talked to like that.
Yeah.
You're not speaking up against a guy that's being...
I wouldn't have been able to hold my tongue.
No. Like, people like...
And if he touched, I would have...
I think people are...
I would have had a hard time not putting him in a rear naked choke.
Right, exactly. Just hold him, whatever
Put
it
him
is.
on the ground with my knee in his back.
By the way, as a gentleman sends me here from the 60 Minutes piece, Kanye's mom had went and done some surgery herself in Mexico before. He found out about it, was pissed.
Oh, okay.
Was pissed at her.
That would make sense.
Got her an L.A. surgeon, and the L.A. surgeon did 3 procedures or something like that in one day.
Jeez.
And she died from a complication. That shouldn't, they ruled that the surgeon did not do anything incorrectly that caused her death, but the amount of procedures that were done in the short period of time was not common. And that her body didn't handle it well.
Yeah,
what a terrible thing. What a terrible thing. Whenever you see stories like that, I guess I don't know. The surgery thing to me is scary.
Yeah.
Like, just as someone who's gone through surgery to save my life, I don't know why people are just like, yeah, I want surgery to do this.
I've never had surgery, so I don't.
You've never had a surgery ever?
I've never stayed overnight in a hospital. No.
Wow.
Really?
Healthy as
You
an
never
ox.
even had your knee
Sorry.
scoped or anything?
No, I had it drained one time by
oh God,
by like an equipment manager in junior college.
Did you watch? Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was
and
right
you saw
there.
all the.
Oh, it was great.
Oh,
I think I
geez.
practiced later
All
that
the
day too.
Did you really?
I swear to God,
You're tough
yeah.
as nails.
No, I'm not. I just stupid.
Phillies are a game and a half out of first place. We'll celebrate some of that. Plus, we will have some of the thoughts that you have on the phones. Hang on, Donald and Woody. We'll get to you. It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Look, Meineke wants to get your vehicle ready for your family vacations. Did you know you can get a free tire rotation when you purchase the $24.95 basic oil change at your local Meineke shop? For maintenance, like brake service, tires, and suspension systems, you know that Meineke can handle all those things for you. But how about something as simple as you don't think your air conditioner is doing the job anymore in your car? Head to Meineke for a free air conditioner check, and right now you're going to receive $20 off an air conditioner recharge, which can have that car feeling brand new. If your check engine light is on, and you're just sitting there baffled as to what could possibly be going on, they're going to give you a free light code scan and tell you exactly what is the problem. They're great in customer service, and they deliver with value. And your independently owned and operated Meineke dealers right now are hiring. Visit Meineke.com/careers. Meineke.com/careers for more details. Or call your local Meineke center today. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Check out Adam Schefter this and every Wednesday at 8:10 a.m. with the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Brought to you by DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Hey, it's Jen Skorda from the Mike Missinelli Show. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, hooking new users up with an epic Summer Games bonus. All you got to do is place your first bet on any Summer Games sport risk-free. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. To get you started, here's what I like. I'm loving the women's high jump final. It's coming up towards the end of the week. The 19-year-old from Ukraine, I bet she's going to take home the gold. But you can bet any of the events: baseball, soccer, track and field, so much more too. Promotions like this are just one of the reasons why I love betting with America's #1 sportsbook. It's easy to use, safe and secure, fast payouts, get paid in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app with promo code WPEN and go for the gold today. That's promo code WPEN.
21 plus and present NJ or PA. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-546-1987. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-546-1987. That's 800-546-1987. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday. Turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone.
Having some starting trouble? We can help you out. Let's start with a free battery test. If you just need a charge, we can help with that too. And if you need a new battery, we've got a wide selection of replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And we're the only place you can find proven tough Duralast batteries, including Duralast Platinum with AGM and EFB technology. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
For the ones going above and beyond. For the ones reaching out, helping out, and lending a hand. For the ones people count on. You can count on Grainger. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Backed by 24/7 customer support and specialists to help with hard-to-find products. Because you've got everyone's back. We've got yours. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All across the nation, we are here for our communities.
We're doing our part to get supplies where it's needed in order to fight COVID-19 together.
It feels good to be out there to assist our community.
I would like our friends and family to know that your National Guardsmen are always ready and always there.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. Aired by the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters and this station.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Meineke is committed to keeping you and your vehicle safe and on the road. Right now, receive 50% off brake pads and shoes. Check engine light on? Don't delay. Sign up for Meineke Rewards at Meineke.com and receive free towing. Meineke, doing car care right.
Start summering with Dunkin's new Sunrise Batch Hot and Iced Coffee. A bright and balanced, full-bodied blend sourced from Kenya and Latin America. Now exclusively, DD Perks members enjoy a medium Sunrise Batch Hot or Iced Coffee for $2. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Oh, we got MLS action tonight, folks. Philadelphia Union are back in town. They're playing at Subaru Park. But what about the Phillies, right? They also play. And then, the Olympics are going on. There's NFL futures bets. There's sports action going on all over the world, including right now, by the way. And you can bet on it at BetMGM, the king of sports books. And now, if you're new to gambling on sports, well, how about a free $600 bet to get you started? Your first wager is risk-free up to $600 by using the bonus code Pat Egan. So just typing in my name is going to get your first bet risk-free up to not $5, but $600. So if you want to take the Union tonight, no problem, because it's risk-free. If you want to take the Phillies tonight, no problem, it's risk-free. If you want to take a futures bet on the Eagles, no problem, it's risk-free. But you have to enter my name. You have to enter the name Pat Egan when you register with BetMGM. And you can do that at BetMGM.com or by downloading the BetMGM app. Look, they're the king of sportsbooks for a reason. Find out why. Get your risk-free bet. Enter my name when you register. It's a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. 8 a.m. Hour brought to you by our friends at Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I got to tell you, a little nervous right now as we do the 8 o'clock hour. My first boss in radio, the real boss in radio, full-time boss in radio, Mike Thompson is up visiting with his family. He's listening.
Wow.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. A little nervous. Because he has an ear that will critique a radio show like no.
We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, so be listening.
Are you going to get honest feedback here?
Hey, buddy. Yep, hopefully he's listening and enjoying. So he's heading down to Stone Harbor later on. And he said,
Go to Fred's Tavern.
And he says, and remember, thank the listeners. Always, that was one of his things. Is you always, I try to do that every day.
Absolutely. They're the ones inviting us into their cars.
We thank the listeners every single day, and I've learned that lesson.
Cell phones and YouTube channels.
That's how he talks. He's a good dude, though. I want to get to a couple of the callers that wanted to chime in on our earlier conversation on Ben Simmons. And our buddy Woody checks in with us here on The Fanatic. Woody, welcome to the John Kincade Show. Good morning. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen. As always, it's great to talk to you.
What's up, Woody?
So, John, what I text you about, this is separate from what I really called you about.
Okay.
When I viewed it, what you said, and again, you guys go on tangents and rants, and I parse through things because that's what I do. I analyze this type of things. In my perspective, a player cannot have the same interest as the owner because I view them as independent contractors. But that's just my perspective, how I view it. But that's the real short of what I was thinking. But
so you're saying you don't believe that, like my belief is that a leader, whether it's a player, coach, or otherwise, always talks about where they were deficient first before they point the finger at anybody else.
Great. Now this goes into my second point. No, I do. But something that you said that me and my colleagues, these are the conversations doctors have when it regards to sports. Something you said to, I think it was either Jamie, you said you don't care about his feelings. That is, in our perspective, like the most detrimental thing that you can say is not caring about feelings because people are intrinsically human. So for someone to say, I don't care about the frustration for the past 5 years that Joel had towards Ben is, to us, it's kind of strange because we should. I wouldn't think you'd be normal. But maybe again that goes to sports and sports athletes aren't normal.
I got you. The only thing I would say is, and I appreciate you checking in. The only thing I would say again is that when you have the worst Game 6, Game 7 performance ever in NBA history in a playoff series as far as turnovers by an individual, I would think that would be the first thing that would come out of my mouth is I need to tighten up parts of my game before I would point to anything else. But that's me as
I interpret it differently. I interpret him saying that as like years of frustration build up. Like,
okay.
Dude, you did it again.
Was that frustration causing him to turn over the ball? I mean, he wasn't.
I think he'd be the first to tell you now, or an hour or two removed, that I need to be better.
And he did. And he did.
In
say
the moment,
that after.
he was a powder keg under the surface.
Oh, he was.
And his worst fear, and most Sixers fans' worst fear, and probably Elton and Daryl's fears, all came to fruition right there in Game 7 at home. You had a chance to bring that building down. That was a momentum swing that could have changed the entire series.
It did.
I would say some of Ben's play lent to Joel's turnovers, because he had to do everything.
Because he had to handle the ball too much?
Freaking threw the ball to him at half court on a full run. I learned as a 5-year-old starting to play basketball, you don't throw the ball to a big man when he's on a full gallop going to the basket at half court. I mean, yes, I think Joel had that in his, I have to take over this game because Ben won't do anything.
Is that Doc
and
Rivers'
probably led is what
job?
Doc Rivers.
Isn't that Doc Rivers' job to make sure that doesn't happen?
I mean, it's Ben Simmons'
It's in the
job.
moment.
If Ben Simmons at 24 doesn't know that's not what you do, I don't know how much more I can tell you, dude.
I don't think that was easy for Joel.
Guess what? Joel Embiid was the Sixers' best player in the series.
No doubt. Well, Seth Curry, you could have made a case for. He was phenomenal.
As far as, how about this?
Yeah, Joel's their best player.
Seth exceeded expectations more than any player.
He was phenomenal.
But I think that Joel was the best player in the series. But still, and again, Bob's brought it up with me many times. It's one of the things that Bob always tries to, when we'll have these things, he goes, I get hung up. I've always had it. I get hung up on words. And you would say to me, You're hung up on a word. You're hung up on. I always get hung up on words, and I always have.
Yeah.
And I will say to somebody, "Why'd you say that?" And they'll be like, "I didn't mean anything." Like by it. I'm like, but you said it. You said this. And it's like, well, I wasn't even thinking when I said it. And I'm like, the words always click with me much more, probably more than they should, on my part.
Mm-hmm.
But I always believe that the calculated person always leads with their own deficiencies first. Tom Brady's a master of it. Tom Brady's a master of when they lose, Tom Brady talks about himself first.
Yeah, well, that's
Bill Belichick talks about himself first.
That was instilled in him by Belichick.
Yeah,
and
I guess I respect that. I respect the guy that says, here's where my deficiencies were. Now I'll tell you where I think other people had deficiencies, but I'm going to lead with what mine were.
I mean, you could say the same things about McNabb. He never, our young players really showed themselves out there today. It's like, all right, well, you didn't, you also didn't need to hit Kevin Curtis in the ankles on 4th and 6 in Arizona.
Yeah, the leadership thing, real quick, John, that's a heavy burden to carry. It really is. I've been in locker rooms where guys have been anointed leaders, and they've said
they weren't ready for it. You mean?
I'm not a leader. I got to worry about myself. Joel Embiid's played basketball for 10 years. Whatever it is, he's got a lot of stuff to worry about. And then you throw leadership upon him. To some people, it's natural. To others, you anoint them, and they're just not that. I'm not making excuses for him at all, but some guys just aren't that naturally bred leaders, and perhaps he's not, and perhaps Ben Simmons is not. Maybe they're a leaderless team. Tobias Harris seems to be the best
tried
leader
to grab
it,
yeah,
but it's a hard thing to be anointed and just take it. Part of you has to be it, and the other part of you has to embrace it. And if you don't have both of them, you're just not made for the part.
I don't think a guy eating cheeseburgers on the masseuse table next to the court pregame is really screaming leadership to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so exceptionally talented that it's like, let me just be the talent. Somebody else lead. You know what I mean?
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White Water Heaters. Adam Schefter will join us coming up. We'll talk to him about Eagles training camp and how that's going. And Beers with Bob tonight comes to you from Live Casino and Hotel in South Philadelphia tonight.
Yeah, great time. 6 to 7. Come on down. Check it out. Andrew and I will be there early and stay a little late. So if we want to hang out, come on down.
Which is good. I do one thing, though, with as guys not being prepared to be leaders. I think when there's that is something that you work on. I would think that if you're walking into if I walk into a show, the Fanatic kind enough to give me this opportunity to do this radio show, and if I was to say to Chuck D'Amico, look, I'm not ready to lead. I want a show with my name on it, and I want to do these things, but I'm not ready to lead. I'm not a leader. I'm here to do just a radio show, my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that sucks.
Well,
I think that sucks.
They're not called the Philadelphia Joel Embiids. The show has your name on it. You damn well better be a leader.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
I mean, I'm a basketball player worrying about myself to be the best I can be. I don't know if I can worry about 4 other guys making them, being that anointed leader. It's
You're
tough.
bright. You are Bob Cooney's a bright guy. Jamie, I don't care what you say about
idiots.
Hey, Adam Schefter is going to join us now on the Comcast Business Hotline. Every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. And Shefty joins us because
every week, courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook, download America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Adam, we've been getting into a discussion this morning, really more around the Sixers, about leadership. And do you believe that, when you're the big guy on the team, when you are the face of a franchise or otherwise, that it's as important to you to work on your skills on the field as to being a leader and to working on those things, or some guys just not equipped for it?
I don't know that you work on that. I think it's something you just pick up or you don't. It's something you grow into or you don't. If you go back and look at a clip, say, of Michael Jordan from the draft and the way he handles himself at the draft and the way he handles himself as he goes on in his career and has the experiences that he does and the knowledge he does, you can just see the evolution and maturity of an individual over time. And it's evident in the video and the way they handle themselves. You can even do it with a head coach when he first takes over and what he's like later in his career. It all just depends on the individual. And I think it's something, it's not like they go to off-season leadership drills or off-season leadership practices. It's just the natural growth of any human being that prides himself on being a pro or a leader or whatever it takes. Some guys don't never seem to grow into that, and some guys embrace it.
I got to tell you, Adam, that one of the things about Nick Sirianni coming into town that I always believe is that you give a guy the benefit of the doubt and you give him a chance to earn your trust. I have enjoyed so much hearing about the energy of his practices, the teaching element of his practices, the way he shuts things down, and instead of saying, we'll review it better in a video room afterwards, that he stops practice. They teach. His coaching staff is constantly teaching on the field. It's something that's really impressing me off the bat with this guy.
Well, I think there are certain things you can pick up on right away, but it's also the case where, let's be honest, they haven't lost a game, and this is his honeymoon. And so everything seems new and fresh and exciting and passionate. And so what happens 3 years from now? They're out to a 4-7 start. You're still going to be talking about that energy, John, the teaching moments of practice. Bottle those comments up, okay? Do me a favor and save them for me and play them back to me when the team's in a losing streak and tell me how you feel then.
Well, I'll tell you this. If they start 4-7, Adam, I promise you I'm still going to be positive.
Okay, good.
Because I don't expect, because I'm not expecting a 10-win season. So I mean, to me, that would actually be. If you told me 4-7 right now, I may sign on the dotted line for it.
You'd sign up for 4-7 right now?
Right now with this team, I think it's a question whether they win 6 or 7 games. I really do.
Wow, I think they'll be better than that, John.
Okay, I know a lot of people who agree with you on that question me on that one.
Yeah, Adam, now that camp's kind of underway, we're a week or two into some teams being at camp. What's the word around the league on the NFC East? Is it a general teams are going to be better than people expect? Is it the Cowboys division to lose? Is Joe Judge ruffling feathers in New York? What's the chatter on the NFC East around the league?
Well, I'll give you a little team-by-team little synopsis of just little things that stand out to me, okay? I was getting gas the other day. I pulled in, and one of the guys at the gas station walked up to me and said, how are my Giants going to do this year? And I said to him, you tell me how Daniel Jones is going to do this year. And he looked at me, and I said, yeah, okay. Do you feel really good about Daniel Jones? And he kind of shrugged. And I said, if Daniel Jones is really good, they'll be really good. If he's okay, they'll be okay. If he's subpar, they'll be subpar. They'll go as Daniel Jones go. I think that's pretty simple to say. Washington is a team that I think is better than people realize because the defense is so good and they have enough weapons on offense. And I think Fitzy will stabilize the team. And I think people look at a team that came as close as anybody to beating the defending Super Bowl champs in the postseason and say, Washington is a team that should be taken seriously. And Dallas is a team that we talk about like this every year, lots of talent. Are they going to be good? America's team, Hard Knocks next week, debuts, all that stuff. But what's interesting to me is they're getting back some offensive line, but Dak's already got the sore shoulder. And I think that's a little bit of a concern. And the reason that's a concern is, and Tim Hasselbeck, my colleague at ESPN, pointed out over the weekend, he said he once had a sore arm in training camp like this. And it was something that he had to deal with all season long. Now, Tim Hasselbeck isn't going to throw the football as much as Dak Prescott. I got it. But the point is that if you're a quarterback and you're relying on an arm and you're throwing every day during the course of a season, or trying to scale it back, it's going to be a challenging season to get through. Dak's not going to miss any time, any games with this injury. That's not going to happen. But there was so much emphasis in the offseason on getting his ankle right that there probably was some overcompensation there and not as much attention paid to the arm as there normally would be because there was so much on the ankle. And I think that you're seeing this now come to fruition in training camp. He's not going to play in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. Not that he ever would have anyway, but they're going to arrest him for at least another week. And they know that it's August 4th, not September 4th, but still, that's a little bit of an issue.
Shefty, I asked this question only because it could affect the Eagles and draft picks, but this Carson Wentz ankle injury that Frank Reich came out and said it's an old one, probably from high school. Did you get any inkling in reporting on this or covering it that the Eagles did know about this injury before, that it's not just all of a sudden something that popped up?
No, I don't think that at all. And I think, by the way, if it had come up and it was an issue, you wonder if they would have passed him on the physical. Yes. Or the Eagles would have passed him on all the physicals and given him the contract. Like, if it was such an issue, it would have been flagged. I think that you're looking at a quarterback here in Carson Wentz who has the ability, as Philadelphia knows, but has also had a lot of injuries here. A lot. And some guys, for whatever reason, are just predisposed to that. They just get hurt. And some guys never do. Some guys never do, and some guys often do. And why is that? The body of individuals, they're just made up differently. And Carson Wentz looks like, right now, he's got one of those bodies that somehow is susceptible to certain injuries. Again, if that particular injury, that issue in his foot, were such an issue, do you think the Eagles would have gone ahead and drafted him as high as they did, given him the new contract, traded him away, and had him pass the physical with the Colts? If it was such a concern, somebody would have flagged it at some point.
Yeah, Adam, Nick Foles the other day at a Chicago camp was pretty uncharacteristically talking about another team pretty openly.
For any player.
For any player, let alone Nick Foles. Is that something that could be a real situation where Indianapolis could look at a Nick Foles, or, Phillip Rivers has even made comments that he could return to play. Is that something where Indy's looking to bring somebody in?
Indy's not looking to do that right now. Not right now. They want to see how Carson rehabs over 2 weeks, and they still have not given up hope on the idea that he could be back for the regular season opener. I know Quentin Nelson was posting on social media last night that, they've given him a 5 to 12-week timeline. If they've given him 5, he'll be back in 5. And Quentin Nelson's a real tough guy, so I don't doubt him when he says that. But to me, it's a situation where on Carson Wentz, they want to see how this goes before they're making any moves. And Nick Foles is in a situation where, let's be honest, he has no use to be in Chicago. They've got Andy Dalton playing as QB1. They've got Justin Fields, who's going to be groomed to take over that job from Andy Dalton as soon as he's ready. So Nick Foles is, at best, the third quarterback on that roster. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's not going to play. And so he's sitting there with $9 million in guaranteed money. They can't cut him or not pay him. He's in a position of, he can say whatever he wants to say. So big deal. Just step up there and say, I love Frank Reich, and if they want to trade me to Indy, that's great. Or whatever he wants to say, it doesn't matter. He's got $9 million guaranteed dollars. He doesn't have a path to play in Chicago, and he can be as open and as transparent as anybody in football, including Aaron Rodgers, and say whatever he wants because they're kind of stuck with him.
I want to put a bow on this segment by going back to what you said to me. If you believe that this team could be much better than I'm looking at, that you believe this is it more because of the landscape of the NFC East that they're competing in, or is it more because what you believe the Philadelphia Eagles have that maybe I'm not seeing?
I think they have a better roster than people realize. That's what I think. Now, we'll find out, John. And I say that only because of this. At this time last year, we were all ready to anoint them as division champs. And they had about as disastrous a season as you could have. Everything went against them. Injuries, karma, bad luck, bad decisions, bad mojo, bad everything. I just don't ever believe that a team is as bad as you think it is. And I don't know that it's ever as good as you think it is. And so that's what we got right now with Philadelphia here, where I think that they'll be a little bit better than people think. That's
there we go.
That's just what I think.
We look forward to talking to you next week, Chef. You have a great week, all right?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Be well. Stay safe. We'll talk next week.
There's Adam Schefter joining us on the Comcast Business Hotline. Every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next.
And thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for bringing us Adam every week. Love those guys.
I'm a believer that I'm going to be right
on
the Eagles, and that Adam's going to be wrong.
Under 6.5.
I completely agree with him.
I think that he says they're going to be he said much better.
Well, I believe the part
Much
where he
better
says
than
it's never
6.
as bad as you think and it's never as good as you think.
But if he's saying much better than 6 wins, that's not 7.
That's 8 or 9.
Correct. I believe I'm going to be right and Adam's going to be wrong.
I do think they're better than a lot of people think.
But what is better? Like, if I'm saying 6 wins,
well,
to me, 6 wins seems... When I talked to those guys in Vegas last week, and they looked at me and were like, no, 6.5 number is perfect for the Eagles.
I think it's perfect.
And I'm more thinking 6 or 5.
But in February, people were talking about 2, 3, 4 wins. I think they're better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But
I think they're better than 2, 3, 4 mainly because of the terrain.
Yeah, I hear what Shefty's saying that their roster's better than it was, yeah. But if they lose any player, It could doom you. That's because that's how limited your roster is after.
I think they're going to be in a lot of games. Whether they win those games, I think they're going to compete.
And that would be great for me, seeing Jalen Hurts have them competing and some of their youth betraying them, but those draft picks being great would be great. Hey, nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance and your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Check out our friends at Liberty Mutual. We have gone off the rails a little bit today, but it's been fun. And we hope that you're going to stick around with us. Talk about going off the rails. The Giants. I love it. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I will tell you this. There is so much to wager on. USA Basketball. 11.5-point favorites over Australia in the semifinal game. So, that's one of the things you can use in your Parx Casino Sportsbook app. You'll love the Parx Sportsbook app, and you want to check that on out. It is absolutely awesome. You will see that it is a fantastic way for you to be able to get involved. With the Dodgers in Houston and their series going on right now, that's going to get people excited, too. Right now, Chase Anderson pitching for the Phillies tonight. You want to check that out, too. I will tell you this. The Parx Casino Sportsbook app allows you to do so many exciting things during the course of a game that you are allowed to manage everything that's going on. Watch the money line move in the course of a game depending on when that Phillies bullpen is coming in. Last year, that is something that caused people to make a lot of money. Check out Parx Sportsbook on Twitter. Follow along, Parx with an X, Sportsbook, and you can get game previews, some little insights, and some bonuses for you, and more. So check that on out. I will tell you there's a $500 risk-free bet for you, too. You will absolutely love it. The Parx Casino Sportsbook app, you can go to parxcasino.com/PA, promo code FANATIC, and you can get a $500 risk-free bet. Want to make sure that you're a part of that? Check it on out right now. It's the Parx Casino Sportsbook app. You got to be in Pennsylvania. Your feet have to be in the state. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Look for The Fanatic today at 4 p.m. in Doylestown as part of the Flyers' 5th Annual Community Caravan. The mobile pep rally provides fun for all ages on the club's road to October. Enjoy summer-themed Flyers and Fanatic giveaways, including bucket hats, beach towels, flip-flops, and bag of Hers chips. Check out Hers on social media. If you can guess which classic Hers flavors are in the Hers Mystery Flavor Chip, you could win $10,000.
UFC is this weekend, and DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC, is offering 100-1 odds on a punch being landed during either co-main events. I'm Adam Schefter, and just pick any co-main event fighter you think will win, and DraftKings Sportsbook will give you 100-1 odds on a punch landing during the event. That's right, bet $1 on any co-main event fighter, and if a punch lands during either co-main event fight, you'll cash $100 in free credits. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 in free credits when you bet on any co-main event fighter to win and a punch is landed in either fight. That's code FANATIC. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano talking to my childhood friend, Bob Marino, President Spring Garden Lending's Mid-Atlantic region. Bob, we're playing ball again. Stadium's open. Fans are back. What about you, Bob?
Yo, Bo, I've been on the road nonstop.
Why's that?
Remember, Ant, Philly's our home base, but we have offices and lending teams in D.C., Baltimore, and Lancaster, Harrisburg.
Wow, sounds like you're positioning Spring Garden Lending to be the go-to private lender in the region.
That's the goal. Our edge is we have feet on the ground in all of our markets.
You mean you have home teams?
Right you are. Our lenders live and work in their home base. They know their markets. They've invested in their communities.
Smart, Bob!
And we're a tightly knit group referring business back and forth from one market to the other.
That sounds seamless. A winning strategy. Real estate developers, listen up. Not only is Spring Garden Lending one of the region's fastest growing companies, not only are they faster than a bank and less expensive than hard money lenders, they are everywhere. Look out for them.
Geico presents Motorcycle Word of the Day. Today's word is tank slapper. Is a tank slapper used to describe a handlebar wobble? Or is it a motorcycle joke that is so funny you just have to slap the gas tank with your hand as you laugh? As in,
Oh, man, Daryl told me a great joke last night. It was hilarious. It was something about a dog wearing sunglasses. I wish I could remember. It was a real tank slapper.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Gonna miss you around here, Iris.
Olivia's best optometry technician is going back to school.
Did we get that new frame?
Her eye is already twitching about finding a replacement.
Ugh, this can't keep happening. We're gonna have to cancel appointments.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you, and to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Staples Connect has everything for back to school at amazing prices. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencils and 10+2 Crayola marker bonus packs and Staples 2-pack scissors are just 97 cents each. So your student won't just be ready for school. There'll be tons of drawings to hang on the fridge ready.
We're gonna need a bigger refrigerator.
Visit your local Staples store or staples.com/back to school today and get more than ready for school. Ends 9/18. Limit 30 on Crayola. Limit 6 on scissors.
Hey, when people make a decision to be healthier, it's usually something people want to start right away. That's why same-day delivery with Squeeze.com is the perfect kickoff to a weight loss campaign. If you order by 1 p.m., you're going to get your juices by 9 p.m. the same day right at your door. Now, you're going to feel more energized, less bloated. You'll notice you may lose some inches, and you can sleep better. Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market, so give it a try today. You go to Squeeze.com, you click Mike Missing the drop down at checkout.
Hey, guys, it's Bob Cooney. You want to grab a beer? Then meet me tonight at Live Casino. That's right, Beers with Bob is hitting the road. Join me tonight and every Wednesday at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. We start at 6, and we'll cover everything from the teams, moves, lines, and of course, we'll have some beers. See you tonight at Live Casino and Hotel. Luxury hotel, gaming, bars, and restaurants in the heart of South Philly. Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You think Jamie has some really crazy opinions? Don't worry. We do too.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks for joining us on the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Appreciate you. It's interesting how people react to segments on the show. Our YouTube folks have distinct opinions on a lot of the segments of the show that we do. In a matter of 1 minute, I got 2 emails. Okay, one from Chris and one from Larry Lawrence on his email. Lawrence telling me that he thinks I'm disrespectful to Adam Schefter.
What was it this time?
He said, John, do you constantly have to question Adam Schefter? Do you constantly have to, play Quizzo with him, as he says?
Come on, man.
Do you constantly have to play Quizzo on him and challenge him on everything that he says? If I was Adam Schefter, I wouldn't want to do your show.
Oh, God.
Because that's Lawrence. Chris says, John, one of the things I really appreciate about your show is that you guys challenge each other. You call each other out when you think someone says something that is illogical. And I absolutely respect the fact that when Adam Schefter comes on the show, you question him on why he has the opinions that he has. It's so funny to me always, though, when you're doing a show that people hear a segment, and I guess it's just like any one of us.
Yeah.
You hear something and you go, I don't think I'm ever disrespectful to Adam.
I don't think he thinks you're disrespectful.
I don't think he does either. I mean, I hope not.
My name's Adam.
I am not trying to be. But I absolutely will challenge anybody if I think that their opinion, because Adam's offering an opinion.
Sure.
And a gentleman says to me here, then another gentleman joins in on email here and says, Adam did say he thinks they're going to be much better than that. So much better would mean 8 or 9 wins.
I would think so.
Adam's high on it. He's high on it. Because if I say 6 and he's saying, I say 5 or 6, and he says, oh, no, I think they're going to be much better than that, to me, that means 8 or 9. Much better than 5 or 6 is not 7.
No, I don't think that's I don't think that's being ridiculous or.
And I really don't think Adam takes offense.
I think he knows he's giving an opinion and it's open to be challenged or accepted.
I'm not telling him he's wrong.
I mean, there's a chance he could be right.
It's give and take, right?
8 wins isn't that hard.
Pat, you're a good modicum of respect. I mean, you are the epitome of respect.
When he calls up, he says, do I have to talk to this Jagaloon again?
Okay,
is he out?
now
Like, he was so pumped last week. He was so pumped. When I told him that you were on vacation,
he was like, dude.
He said, how do I make this a permanent vacation?
He called us on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah, he pulled a Ricky Bowe and co-hosted for the 9 o'clock hour.
Gosh. It's unbelievable to me, though. It's funny is you never, but as a consumer of even when I listen to other radio shows, you hear things and you say to yourself, different opinions, but it's good to hear. And I love that you people have opinions about the show, and we love you.
Coach knows stuff.
Cotton candy was invented by a dentist.
Coach knows stuff.
Isn't that entrapment?
That's good.
Cotton candy invented by a dentist.
That seems like a sleazy practice by that dentist.
He was the 5th on the gum one.
It's sponge sugar, correct?
Yeah,
it's
pretty
just
much,
sponge sugar
Yeah.
with dye in it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most disgusting things ever to put in your mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I had it. God, it's been forever.
I am very, very hung up on texture.
Yeah.
So I guess it's got that weird, there's no texture to it, sort of like that.
I had some for breakfast.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I like the way it just like melts and fizzles down.
Steven says, so people have an opinion on you having an opinion on someone else's opinion on a show that's based entirely on what people's opinions are.
Basically.
Because some people are just weird. No, the one thing that why I brought it up is I never, ever want to be a host that would be considered disrespectful to anybody. Whether it's a caller or a co-host, a caller or a guest. So that's the only reason I brought that up. Because I don't know Adam that well. Like, I don't know him that well. I didn't know him that well before I took over this job.
My name's Adam.
So that always gets to me because, again, words matter to me. They get stuck in my head, and I'm like, did I do something that was disrespectful?
But you guys have a very good mutual friend.
Yes.
So
Morton, Chris Mortensen, with the two of us.
Yeah.
It's too much. Let's see what Donald in Florida brings to the table. Donald, good morning. Thanks for holding on, brother. Donald?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I was just calling in to comment on the issue you had with Joel saying something about Ben Simmons.
First.
Ben Simmons.
First.
Well,
yes.
I feel like, as a fan, we look at the game and we look at Ben Simmons and that whole situation and feel frustrated. So just imagine how Joel feels. He played and as far as that series go, or that game, he was injured. So you don't got no, so he wouldn't have any room to talk about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons wouldn't have any room to talk about Joel with his turnovers because he was doing everything in his power to win that game.
I don't think Ben said a word about his turnovers.
Well, I'm saying as far as like what we saying like as far as like if him being sensitive.
No, all I'm saying is, Donald, all I'm saying to you, and I appreciate your call, all I'm saying is, Bob, is that I always believe that a leader never points out someone else's failures without first pointing to their own.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you go about things, and that's your thought process going through anything. Let me first talk about my failings. I should have been better.
Before I'm going to point a finger at anybody else.
Boom, boom, boom.
Desperation is a stinky cologne.
I don't think Joel Embiid
really good.
is
That's
a
a good
leader.
one.
I don't think he is either.
I
don't think he needs to be.
You don't think he needs to be?
I think he was, and when I say desperation is a stinky cologne, I think he's fed up.
Okay, so if he's not a leader, then he's not a Batman.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I don't know if Kawhi Leonard's a leader. I don't know. I'm trying to think of guys throughout the league.
That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
Kevin Durant, I wouldn't look at as a leader.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell's a leader.
Yeah.
He's the best player on that team.
Okay, so let's think about this.
Like Zion has to grow into being a leader.
The greatest players of all time, if we're talking about the greatest players, obviously LeBron and Kobe.
All right, out of the
Shaq
three of us, that's a good one, John. I got to ask you this, and I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay, that's right.
So you're not a huge LeBron fan, so to speak. Do you think he's a leader?
Yes.
That's interesting. I thought I could have
because I
sworn
think
you would have said no.
Oh, no, I do.
That's why
Because
asked.
I think that LeBron, the greatest thing I respect about LeBron is the fact that no one's going to outwork him. And I think LeBron has an FU attitude.
Yeah.
Where he's going to constantly show you exactly what he can do. And I think he is a spectacular talent. I don't have a ton of respect for Kevin Durant's game. I absolutely love his game.
I don't think he's a leader.
I think Kevin Durant is a mental weakling.
I think Jimmy Butler thinks he's a leader, and he's not a leader.
Jimmy Butler thinks he's a leader.
100% thinks he's a leader. I don't think he's a leader.
He portrays the part
of
a leader.
Durant's a great one.
Durant is
one of the best basketball players in the world ever.
I like,
he's not a leader.
I like Kevin Durant as a player. I respect his talents every year more and more and more.
Yeah.
More and more and more. But as a leader, I think he's mental. I think he's a mental weakling.
Yeah, I don't
he
think
worries
guys
about what
look
faceless people on. So he's creating fake social media accounts.
Yeah.
Because he's so obsessed with somebody critiquing him.
Yeah. You don't have to be the best player on a team to be a leader, and the best player on a team shouldn't be anointed a leader just because of that. I don't think.
Dame Lillard's a leader. He can come here and be a leader if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a sixth man. You could be the fourth leading scorer on your team. You could be that leader. I mean,
Who
that's
was the leader of the Eagles Super Bowl championship team?
Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, I would say Malcolm.
And
that's as good an answer as any.
And going into the season, it was a big debate because Fletcher Cox was the highest paid player, and everybody was saying, well, he needs to be a leader. He needs to go to OTAs. And it was like, hold the phone. While he's the most talented guy on that defense, he's not the defensive leader.
Would we all agree Jimmy Rollins or...
Yes.
Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins.
It's not even an or.
I don't think Bryce Harper's the leader.
Bryce Harper's not a leader. No.
I don't think Mike Trout's the leader of the Angels.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, Fernando Tatis, he's probably not going to be the leader of the Padres.
Okay, so
I would...
Well...
I think when you go...
Maybe my thought process then is because I'm sitting here, I'm saying one thing, and then you guys are throwing things at me, and I'm agreeing with you.
Was MJ a leader, or was he a Richard?
Both.
Oh, he was a Richard. But I think he was a leader in the way LeBron is.
Yeah,
I think
nobody
both.
was going to outwork him.
I think he's a combination of both.
I think
he was a leader by being a Richard, and that was his style, and that's what worked for him.
Yeah, Mike Trout is interesting because he's not vocal. People say not a leader. I think he is, though.
Really?
I think
he's a
the guy
follow my example leader.
Exactly. And to me, and this is just personally, I always liked those leaders better.
By the way, that's Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Everybody, Freddie Freeman is a watch what I do leader.
I was Chase Utley in a way.
Talk about that.
Even though Jimmy was the leader.
He's not the locker room rah-rah speech guy. So, I mean, there are guys like... It's weird, though, because one way I just... On one hand, I'm saying one thing, and then Bob's throwing stuff at me.
Mike Harold wants to know, was Larry Bird ever a leader? Probably not.
No, he was a Richard.
It was probably Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish.
When you look at pretty much every team in sports, their best player is probably not their quote-unquote their leader.
I bet it's 50-50.
I think it's more than 50-50.
Okay,
I think it's probably 75-25.
Does a team have to make a leader? Does a team have to have a leader? Because I will tell you right now, the Phillies don't have one.
They need a checks and balances person.
And I'm not saying, look, I have not even been in, because of COVID and everything, I haven't even been in the Phillies clubhouse.
Yeah, when the Marlins.
So I'm going to tell you, but I don't believe the Phillies have a leader.
They don't. And when the Marlins in '97, when they traded for Dutch, he was there for literally an hour and called a team meeting. He was a backup. You know, he was brought in because of the leadership ability, and he really didn't know these guys, but he was calling a team meeting. I mean, that's what the leadership does. And there's a prime example. Like, Dutch was primarily a backup. He was a first baseman at the time. But they all said, like, they gravitated towards that leadership. He wasn't the best player. The Sixers, when they were younger, and Bob can attest to this, you know, that process team was so young, they didn't have a leader. They had to bring in Elton Brand, who had no knees left, to kind of show these younger guys the way, because analytically speaking, you don't need a leader. But everybody knows you actually do need a leader.
It really it completely makes me question my thought process. Because it really is, it's overwhelming. What you guys just pointed out there, it honestly, it blows my mind a little bit that it's like it's the odd case when the best player is the leader.
Well, here's an example Philly-wise. Was Allen Iverson, would you consider him a leader?
No.
But
Aaron McKay.
But no, I'm not kidding you. But if that team is walking into anywhere in a battle, everybody's following Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? So
correct.
Leadership is defined differently. Allen Iverson's not going to be the guy in the locker room that says, "Hey guys, big game tomorrow. Let's make sure we get home tonight," like I've seen Elton Brand do to his Sixers teammates when he was a player. But at the same time, those players, when you're going into battle, are on Allen Iverson's coattails for sure. So that's a leadership aspect there. Leadership to me, and it's your sport that drives me a little crazy, John. Who's wearing the C? You're all grown-ups to an extent. You're all professionals. The leadership thing to me was always an added good thing to a team, but not always there on a team. And I'm not necessarily sure it has to be there on every team.
Mark in Buckingham joins us. In Buckingham, we learned that's right by Exton, right? Mark?
Just a stone's throw away.
Right by Eaglesville.
One of our favorite ones. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, John. Good morning, boys.
Good to hear from you.
Man, this Ben Simmons thing is so frustrating. I'm so tired of talking about it. But when I heard it, it just brings me in. I have no problem with what JoJo said. We're talking about 4 games in a row in the playoffs in the fourth quarter where games are won, where our star, in quotes, does not take a shot. Not one shot. He had every right to say what he said. I think it should have been said earlier. This dude is coddled 23 and a half hours. We don't know what he's doing, but we see him in the pool. I can't believe that he's working as hard as he could be on his game, because if he was, his biggest flaw is afraid of looking bad to the world. So to work on your game and fix that, you should be in the Olympics. You should be playing against the highest competition and working on your game, not alone in a gym or whatever. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
I'm just frustrated.
That's a really good. It's a good point too, and I know Mike has been big on this in the afternoons. Mike Missinelli's talked about this. There's no reason that Ben Simmons shouldn't have played in the Olympics. After what happened in the postseason?
I mean, the best way to get over something is to get right back out and attack it, right?
And show what you can do against the world's best.
Yeah, and be with your teammate.
But you'd rather be on Instagram. You'd rather be throwing parties and living the millionaire lifestyle. I just say physically there was no reason for him not to be there. There's just, to me, it just is where basketball falls in importance to you. I think it matters.
I can't imagine saying no to your country. Look, people do it, and that's their right to do it.
A lot say no, though, after they've already done it. And I don't have a problem if somebody's done it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I just don't get not wanting to play for your country in the Olympics. Like, the Olympics to me is one of, like, sports purest form. It dates back so far, and it's so historical and so cool, and the world is competing. To not want to compete in that when given the opportunity, it honestly baffles me.
It's weird as my daughter and her friends were having a debate. And so they're like, Dad, what do you think about this? they all believe the Olympics is a joke. Because now professional athletes are in the Olympics.
But it was always the best of the country.
Amateurs. They were all having this. They were having this. They had like a classroom. Their entire class has like I guess an Instagram chat or something where they did. And overwhelmingly, they're all like, the Olympics is professional athletes.
But everything's professional
all over.
now.
But
there's professional skateboarding.
It's supposed to be amateur. The Olympics was supposed to be amateur. And now it's become totally...
Yeah.
But in ancient Greece, there was no professionals.
Yeah, but it's only happened in the last 20-some years.
Yeah, but it's the best of the world. That's the point of the competition.
No, the point of the competition was supposed to be amateur.
Yeah, back when, we didn't have clocks.
The point of the... No.
Well, this
Jamie,
is...
the point of the Olympics was not... when people didn't have clocks.
Look, you guys, this is an age thing. It really is, and I'm not being mean on this. Jamie grew up with the 92 team. To you and
Dream Team.
To you and I, that was the first of an anomaly. Because it was. The Olympics,
I was obsessed with the Dream Team.
Right, but us growing up, professionals weren't allowed in the Olympics.
They weren't allowed in the Olympics.
Well, I find that stupid.
Now
I hear you, but that's where John's coming from, and that's where Jamie's coming from.
Professional bike riders are in the Olympics.
Yeah, everything's professional anymore. Sports has grown to a new level.
It used to be the best of the best amateurs.
I think that's stupid.
But these young... yeah, but you know what, though? Jamie, what I'm saying is these are 17 and 18-year-olds saying...
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. These are pro athletes competing.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's just like we watch pro athletes compete. The idea
Not for their country, though.
The idea of the Olympics was supposed to be amateurs, the best amateurs of country.
Why would you want to watch amateurs when you can watch the best?
And why do we create the Dream Team? Because a bunch of our amateurs got their asses kicked, and our ego got hurt. And then everything's happening. Yesterday they had BMX bike riders, which, by the way, I pull into my Ardmore Greenfield Avenue Dunkin' Donuts, which is awesome. And
is Lemon Guy doing well?
Lemon Guy, he likes me now.
Oh, okay.
He likes me.
Oh, you broke through. That's good.
You're an acquired
when
taste.
I move away, when's it going to come around for you? Maybe like September, October? So, first of all, I didn't know BMX bike riding, and Egan, you must have known this. Did you know that was an Olympic sport?
Yeah.
I did not. And that...
You're not a Dave Mirra guy?
And that all the people in the BMX bike riders are all professionals.
Everybody's professional.
Yeah, everyone's professional. And even like to Jamie's point, when you said that, we formed the Dream Team because they were losing in no name. Like, they were losing in no names who were professionals.
They were getting their asses kicked.
But they were getting their asses kicked by professionals overseas.
Correct.
But there's, by the way, last night too, I don't want to get off the tangent. The ESPN NBA people bending over backwards to say it's not a disgrace for the United States basketball team to lose games.
I don't know about that.
Bull pucky. They are so up the butts of the people they cover, trying to cover for them. There's no reason the NBA players should never lose in international competition, ever.
And Jamie said, why would you not want to watch the professionals? I hear what you're saying, but John, I'll ask you this, and you might have to think for a second. What's the greatest team win for the USA in Olympic sports history?
It's absolutely the best. Is the Miracle on Ice team? It's not close. It's the greatest amateur sport ever.
Was it on TV?
Amateurs.
Tape delay.
It was a Friday.
Yeah.
Friday night, 11:35.
Well,
it was tape delayed.
You know what I mean? Like the professionals bring more eyes to the.
Oh, we're not saying it's better. It was better then. That's just how it was.
No, it's just as how it was, though, is that that's why it was so important.
But everything's, to my point, is everything's professional now.
And by the way,
from Simone Biles to, what's the swimmer dude that's killing it?
Ryan Lochte.
Yeah, to Katie Ledecky.
Ryan Lochte.
He's still competing.
Doesn't he have like a reality show?
No, Lochte's in.
He's
still competing.
He's still trying, but he didn't qualify.
I thought he qualified for one of the relay teams.
I don't think he did.
As Catherine points out, she said, this is an interesting discussion you guys are having, and maybe the young people are voting with their remotes, as she says. Ratings down are 42% this year of what the last Olympics was.
Yeah.
58% of the people who watch the Olympics, I think some of that is time zone.
Totally. I think the timing of things
is terrible.
By the way, I haven't been able to watch Team USA basketball yet because it's Peacock only.
And
what the hell is that?
Well, that affects ratings too.
Wait a minute. All you do is put on your TV and go Peacock.
I don't.
All you have to do is sign up with your email address.
Comcast.
I'm not doing it.
I want to see your
Comcast
Peacock.
remote. Go. What do you mean you're not doing it?
I don't need another streaming service.
Jamie.
I'm maxed out.
Jamie,
I'm not doing
you're
it.
not paying for it.
I'm not doing
All
it.
you do is go Peacock.
then you can
and
say
then
it.
you type in your email address. And
If you have Comcast.
well, anything. No, if you had
I'm not
direct-
doing it.
You
I'm
can
not
even- you-
signing up for a new service to watch 6 games.
It's free.
Yeah, Jamie.
I don't care. That's another login.
guy.
It's another username.
Yeah.
It's another
With your email
password.
address,
I'm
that's
out.
Way to make a stand, Jamie.
I'm out.
You know what, John? Too many times in this country we don't applaud people like Jamie Lynch who are standing up for
Damn
what
right,
they believe
Pat.
in, no matter how
Right.
stupid and idiotic it is.
Team USA Baseball. I couldn't watch it today because it wasn't on TV.
No, you could have. You could have just
No!
logged in.
I'm out.
It's simple.
Stupid.
Okay.
To talk about ratings.
Okay.
It's have you navigated the guide? It's impossible to find stuff. It's a nightmare.
I grab my Comcast remote and I say, Peacock.
You can even make a peacock sound into your remote.
It comes up. What are you, Shaq? Serious.
I don't even know what a
By the way, we
peacock
got
sounds
to
like.
we got to nothing we were supposed to get to there, which is fun. So this is the. That doesn't sound like a hawk either. Terrible. All right, well, who knows what's going to happen? I'm not even going to bother previewing it for you. The 9 o'clock hour is going to be fun, though. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. I've seen your utility bills. They're absolutely absurd. Do you realize you could start saving money immediately? Your cooling bills, heating bills, they're outrageous. Why? In the summertime right now, your air conditioner won't stop kicking on because the cold air is getting out and the hot air is getting in. Window Nation can fix it for you. They installed over 200,000 windows just last year, which is 40 times more than the average window company. But more importantly right now, they've got a great deal for you. I'm going to appeal to your common sense. Save money. You've wanted new windows. You realize you need it. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. So in the summer of 2023, Window Nation will be calling on you to start paying for the windows that you save money on the next 2 years. Your house is going to feel better. The cooling bills will feel better. The heating bills will feel better. Everything's going to be nicer in your home. Do a little window shopping online. They've got every color, every style, everything you could possibly need at windownation.com. Then I want you to call them and place an order. 866-90-NATION. They are waiting for your call. 866-90-NATION. Tell them John Kincade from The Fanatic gave you the hot tip.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-546-1987. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-546-1987. That's 800-546-1987. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Well, the summer heat, that means it's time to crank up the AC again. And to keep your home cooling more efficient and to help you save on high energy bills, I suggest you go to Guida and finally replace those old drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window, because right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year. Their big 40% off summer sales event on expertly installed windows and doors. You'll get 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient, triple-pane windows. And also, you'll get 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today. No money down. Paid off interest-free for up to 18 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guide it today. Take advantage of these limited-time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate. The number, 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
Winning isn't everything, but man, it feels good, especially when you win in front of the whole world. Well, almonds are winning in snack form. Your natural fuel for your best winning you. And while not all of us are standing on podiums, we certainly can feel like it with a handful of roasted, salted almonds or sip of an almond milk smoothie, because almonds keep your body energized and your head in the game, even if that game isn't against other countries for massive national glory. California almonds. Own your everyday, every day.
So the dream was to build your very own law practice. Be your own boss, call all the shots. But have things like billing, HR, timekeeping, and all the other management stuff turned your dream into a nightmare? Take charge of your practice with Lexicon. We're the intersection of practice management software and legal support services for your firm. You'll get more billable and livable hours back. Lexicon marks the spot for all your practice management needs. Visit lexiconservices.com/intersection to get the whole story or schedule a demo.
Reddit user FlamoDemo says, "This is the worst phone I've owned. People are always bothering me about it. I'm scared just to use my phone in public, as a random someone may just give me a stupid grin or whisper to their friends. I cannot stand the fact that I just can't relate to normal phones anymore."
Are you ready for this life? Find out at Samsung.com/reserve. That's Samsung.com/reserve.
Gonna miss you around here, Iris.
Olivia's best optometry technician is going back to school.
Did we get that new frame?
Her eye is already twitching about finding a replacement.
Ugh, this can't keep happening. We're gonna have to cancel appointments.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Business is built on connections. And with Square, you can connect every side of your business with tools that all work together. From your customers and your sales to your staff and your schedules, everything is in sync. So you can get a head start on shaping what's to come. See how Square can help connect every side of your business by visiting square.com/go/connect. That's square.com/go/connect.
The next great flavor from Wendy's is here. The Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger, topped with our signature Applewood smoked bacon and smothered in our brand new bourbon bacon sauce. Because at Wendy's, we go all in on flavor. Handcrafted, complex yet approachable, made with the finest ingredients. This is a delicious bourbon masterpiece that you eat. Download the Wendy's app for delivery of this great new flavor and more today. We got you.
At participating Wendy's, delivery may vary by location. Prices may be higher than at restaurant. Delivery fees may apply. Wendy's app registration required.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late. And that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. And our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Congratulations to my man,
Anthony!
That's right, Anthony Labruciano. Recently named the Contractor of the Year. It's like the MVP award. If your roof's looking tired, maybe there's a small leak, or your windows are drafty, not keeping the cool air inside where it belongs, or your siding's old, cracked, or showing signs of mold, don't worry. Call my friend Anthony Labruciano, the Shingle Master. You'll have an expert who's proud of every single job they do, including yours. Labruciano Roofing Exteriors, 610-265-ROOF. or PARoofPros.com.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people, and now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesar rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing!
Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
A Philly season can sometimes get frustrating. So consider this your morning third.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. You know how you get hung up on words? By the way, people always will look. It's like our show sheet for the YouTube folks. Like our show sheets sort of look like this, and they're color-coded and everything. And we have not hit 1, 2, 3, 4, as I'm constantly ripping. Like so many things we were going to talk about today.
Well, how you doing?
I'm
Are you okay? Are you on edge?
It does make me anxious when we don't get to stuff, but I've enjoyed today's show a ton. I really enjoyed today's show. But you know it because you've gotten to know me. Like it freaks me out a little bit.
My wife just texted me during the break. Dressel is the swimmer I meant to talk about.
Dressel.
Yes.
He's a swimmer.
He's killing
Caleb.
it. Old Caleb.
We said
Caleb
Caleb.
Dressel.
Yeah.
I blurted out Caleb. Want a first name basis?
You get
I think he's
caught
got
up
5
on
goals.
words. Okay, truth and wisdom.
What do you say, Philip? That's Philip.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know that.
It's Philip, right?
From Atlantic City or something? Or
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just know him as truth and wisdom.
Yeah.
he's the man.
Truth and wisdom, using his words, and then he uses capitalization.
Oh, when he really means it, huh?
He says, I think /C that the issue with John Kincade is he has a homogenized view. Capitalized, homogenized.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you for listening, Truth and Wisdom, but you're talking to this show. Please dumb that down.
Homogenized.
Please dumb that down for us.
In other words, what Truth and Wisdom just wanted to say is John Kincade is a white guy. That's what it is, right? When you capitalize homogenized.
I mean, that's still a $17 word right there.
He has a homogenized, capitalized.
I'm sitting right here. You are, in fact, Caucasian.
Wait. Let me.
I'm
quite
Caucasian.
Let me get a good look at you.
I think I tan better than any one of us, though.
Yeah, you're white.
I'm
pretty
white.
tan this
I'm
summer.
white. Gentlemen, so one of my friends is watching on YouTube, and he goes, homogenized is not the word. He goes, there's a word. Again, you get hung up on words.
Homogenized always had to do with milk with me growing up.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
That's the only way I knew the
truth
word.
and wisdom saying that truth and wisdom, I can only say, you may believe whatever you believe. And yes, I am very white. I am white. But as far as a homogenized view of the world, I would say my personal experience is not as homogenized as you think. And so I'm just asking you to. And
you fry up in the sun.
So one of my buddies was saying, he goes, does he know anything about your family tree or your family background, anything like that? And I'm like, no, that's why he thinks what he thinks. But that's what you get with people.
You need that good SPF.
I love good SPF.
You're looking at SPF 60.
Christina threw out all the Neutrogena, though. She threw before we went to Vegas.
Why?
So she hands me Copper Tone or something like this, and I'm
Sunbum.
While we were in Vegas,
Yeah, Sunbum's the way to go.
Sunbum, what's that?
Yeah, Sunbum's quality.
I don't know what it is.
That's my.
Yeah.
I just got introduced.
They have Baby Bum for the kids.
I've never heard of it.
You come out with using Sunbum looking whiter. I mean, you look pale.
Okay, so
that thing blocks the entire
she threw
sun
out the Neutrogena.
Was there a reason for that? Was there a recall?
She
or
threw
something?
out something. There was a recall.
Ah.
She brought a bunch back to Walmart because I use sunscreen big time. Being a cancer patient, I'm very careful.
Yeah, I'm very sun conscious.
And I
these
use
days.
the 100 Neutrogena, but they recalled it all because there was a carcinogen in the thing.
Jeez,
which isn't good.
I had heard once, I don't know if it's true or not, that anything over 50 SPF is all kind of the same.
It's marginal.
Yeah, like extremely.
It's people think 50 that 100 is twice as good as 50.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not, yeah.
It's not. But it is better.
Okay.
But it's not to be. So, hey, Staples Connect is everything to help you get ready for back to school with amazing prices for everything on your list. Back to school shopping. Visit your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com and be more than ready for school at Staples. Do the college kids do back to school shopping or not? Bob,
yeah, but it's at a different level.
The dorm room and everything?
And it's, all of that
Has
stuff.
that all started?
Yeah.
Has your daughter seen the website where there's a website called Dormify?
Yeah, Donna does that. And she did it with the boys, and she'll do it with Jenna also, where you just order everything all in one shot.
And it's
like
high-end.
Sheets and pillows and everything. It is. It's a few $100s, but it's so much easier. And it comes just in it'll give you a trash can. It'll give you a hamper.
Wait till you guys send your kids to school, because it's crazy town.
Yeah, the only way I'm going to afford that is if the education bubble pops by then. So let's go.
They have a tradition at my daughter's high school. So she'll be starting school in 2 weeks, her senior year. And they have a tradition where the seniors all do backpacks of something that they would have carried in grade school.
You have my attention.
So Pat's Buzz Lightyear backpack would be a huge hit.
Oh, huge hit. So she was deciding what to go with.
So I can head down there like 21 Jump Street and
you'd actually fit in.
Pat, you'd fit it. Well, I don't know about Marist. It's a little more Jamie Lynch would fit in with the guys at Marist.
Okay.
I'm not
Challenge
sure.
accepted.
Pat, you and I.
Challenge accepted.
You and I wouldn't fit in as well as Jamie would fit
I have no problem going down and sneaking into a high school. That's not creepy at all.
It would work. It would really work. And they all carry backpacks. She went with, I believe, My Little Pony. I think it's her.
No.
So all the kids have.
She's trying to attract the bronies.
All the kids have stuff from when they were little.
Do you know about bronies?
Bronies.
Oh God.
I know Broads on the weekends.
The bronies is a.
What? Wait a minute.
Pat, you want to take this one away?
So bronies are a subculture of guys who are really into My Little Pony. And not necessarily for sexual gratification, but the storyline of My Little Pony.
Yeah, they dress up. It's like cosplay for
Yeah,
My
it's
Little
as weird
Pony.
as it sounds.
Yeah, it's out there.
Wow.
Who's
Like-
pitching for the Phillies tonight?
Wow, that's crazy.
This guy might be pitching for the
I
Phillies.
did not know that. See, you learned that, though.
That's a brony?
That a brony.
They dress up.
Let me see.
Oh, my God.
They dress up as it?
They go to conventions?
Okay, that's really weird. No, wait a minute, though.
Like full costumes. Like,
No, wait.
yeah, it's out
the same weekend.
Cousin of furries, I think.
The first.
Yeah, they're like second cousins,
it's weird,
twice removed.
it's weird that you say that because the first weekend of college football season,
Right.
they kick off in Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta and would have the first game, one of the first games at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So college game day comes and everything. But it's also the weekend they have this thing called Dragon Con where we would get a hotel room because we'd be down there for parties and things like that. And I'd get into the elevator, and here's Batman and Robin.
Ah, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Yeah, no. These are like grown men dressed up as Batman.
Ish Smith and Nerlens Noel.
Full costumes. Aquaman and Wonder Woman and
Wait, who was the Aquaman's bastardized son? Aqualad.
Aqualad.
His illegitimate child.
It was illegitimate, I think.
Yeah, with Wonder Woman.
I think with Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Aquaman's on Maury
Can't
Povich.
blame him.
Little bastard.
Can't blame him if he was with Wonder
Aquaman, you are the father.
How do you like the 76ers roster as it's constructed this morning? And, Bob, this was where we sort of started the show today.
Is it? I don't even remember.
Well, I mean, seriously, we've gone off the rails a lot, but I mean, I'm asking you to explain Andre Drummond being a Philadelphia 76er. And as of last night, you didn't have an answer for us.
I didn't. I don't really know what's going on here, and I'm not saying that as a detriment to the Sixers. I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to look in. You know me, I kind of go deeper than I should on a lot of things. But it comes back to me, and I've told this story before, that when the Sixers had Nerlens Noel and drafted Jahlil Okafor and had Joel Embiid, I went to Elton Brand, and I was like, huh? And that's when he said to me, he's like, BC, it's not much different than when you're watching Kyle play, my son. He said, when another team comes in the gym, what do? You always look to see who the bigger team is. He said, I really believe that being the bigger team is always going to be an advantage in basketball. He said it to that particular situation, and I'm just using my warped mind here. Is that what maybe he and Daryl Morey truly believe? That bigger is better? Now, I said yesterday that Milwaukee wasn't that 3-point shooting team. I looked up the stats, and somebody corrected me on YouTube, I think. They were fourth in the league in 3-point shooting, percentage-wise. But it all comes about, I believe, because you have such an inside game with Giannis.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're like 10th in the league in threes taken.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I wonder if Daryl Morey and Elton Brand are struggling with, well, we can't emulate these 3-point shooting teams, and we may have to keep Ben Simmons. Is this let's be bigger and stronger and go inside more than any other team in the NBA?
Isn't it sort of like the Flyers that have always been
behind the 8 ball?
Sort of counter to how other teams build. They always seem like they're 5 years behind what other teams are doing, and then they try to catch up, and then the league adjusts, and then...
Well, if that's what they believe, and that's what Elton believes, then Daryl must see his vision or agree with his vision, right?
Okay, where's that vision? When has that vision paid off recently?
It hasn't.
Well, it hasn't, because the game has become a 3-point game, as we all know. And it started with the Golden State Warriors, and everybody tried to emulate that, which was ridiculously stupid. because of the obvious
generational
reasons.
players, right?
Yeah. Now, look, kids are coming up this day and age now that everybody's a shooter. Everybody is a shooter. You go to a schoolyard, you go to a high school, a college game, there's nobody standing inside the three-point line working on drop steps or spin dribbles or anything like that. It's just three-point shooting.
Especially Connor, we found out earlier today.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where their thinking is. I'm honestly just throwing out thoughts of Andre Drummond was very head-scratching. Is he the best backup center out there? Maybe he was.
Yeah, him or Boogie Cousins.
So for that, you have to look at it. Yeah, for that, you have to look at it as, okay, good move.
Bargain.
But I don't think, as John pointed out earlier, I don't think he's a 10 to 12 minute a night guy.
I mean, he signed on for a Dwight Howard role, right?
So I'm wondering, are they going to put these two together?
Well, when's the last time Joel Embiid played a whole season?
No, I hear you on that.
That's a major part of their equation,
games.
you know? He's probably going to start 15-plus games. Even he's not a 10 or 12. I think at minimum he's an 18 to 20 guy.
So where do you find those minutes?
I mean, Joel Embiid's coming off maybe another surgery. They're probably going to load manage the hell out of this season. That's the reality of the Sixers.
I got to tell you.
Where is Joel Embiid right now?
I'm absolutely.
Is surgery happening? Is it not happening? I don't know how we can fairly assess Andre Drummond until we know where Joel Embiid's at.
Yeah,
if he misses the first 20 games of the year,
how would he? With this surgery, it wouldn't. If he
Bob saw it with Julio Okafor up close and personal. It took him longer than he thought to bounce back.
Way longer.
Okay, first of all, the surgery's already happened, right?
No idea.
I don't know.
No idea.
Why do we not know this?
I don't know.
It's a vault over there now.
Why would we not know this?
It's going to be interesting. Now they let go of Danny Green. Great.
Well, not necessarily
not yet, but it doesn't
because they can always sign and trade him.
They can, but all right. Do you think Danny Green's going to be back?
No,
I give it 20% at most.
Yeah, they let go of George Hill, who the year before was the leading three-point shooter in the league, one of the league's leading three-point shooter.
He was
and he went back to Milwaukee.
But they let go of two really good shooters. Now they brought in who'd they bring in? George Niang.
He's a good shooter, not a high quantity shooter.
Right, and he averages like 10 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost a lot of outside shooting. I just wonder where their direction. It's going to be interesting to see where their direction goes. Is what I'm saying.
I'm still baffled.
Do you want some of the best shooters on the market?
Yes. No, I want the
available right now. Danny Green, Josh Hart, Victor Oladipo, Bradley Diallo, JJ Redick, Wes Matthews. It's not.
I don't want JJ.
I would take JJ.
Oladipo.
If JJ was cheap,
yeah, if he was cheap, but
and he's strictly coming off the bench,
he's not going to be cheap though. He might have to accept the cheap deal, but right now he's not cheap. And apparently they're way off on Danny Green. Like their sides have talked, but it's not even close.
I gotta wonder what the market's going to be for Danny Green.
I don't know where their shooting's coming from.
I agree with you.
I know.
I think the fact
unless
what
all the eggs are in Dame's basket.
Well, then that's a stupid strategy.
It's a very stupid.
They know more than we do.
Correct.
I hope
they've been very patient, almost oddly so.
They have been. But
Dame can shoot the hell out of the basketball.
No, he certainly can.
If you have Dame and Seth Curry, and Furk coming off the bench, there's some bombers right there.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Hey, want to remind you the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. So we saw everything about Joe Judge's tenure. And by the way, this is another one you always get an email on. Like a guy said to me yesterday, don't critique Joe Judge. Joe Judge has friends all over the Philadelphia Police Department. I swear to God, guy sent me an email.
I know friends of Joe Judge.
He said Joe Judge has friends in the Philadelphia Police Department, so be really careful.
Yeah, I know
how you critique him.
I know some LC people. I know some Lansdale people.
Seriously?
Everybody knows Joe Judge up there. Yeah.
Okay, so Joe Judge is known. He knows the cops in Philly, though, so you better be careful. They're going to come after you.
What are they going to do? Pop your tire?
Oh my gosh, I said seriously.
It's
stop.
Football.
They're not going to be like the Seattle police outside of the Springfield that used to put fluorescent chalk on your tires. They used to go through the parking lot.
Is that legal?
They did it. They would put fluorescent chalk on the tires.
And what was the purpose of it?
The bike cop would come through and go by in the parking lot and put fluorescent chalk on the back.
So they knew which
of
car was
tires.
leaving?
And then they'd wait down the road and see cars driving down the street, and they'd know which car had been at the Springfield.
Well, there are DDs.
I understand, but that's like That's entrapment.
Yeah.
That someone's
That's
doing that.
weird.
But as I digress, Joe Judge's everything about his tenure has seemed very high schoolish. High school Harry. And then yesterday, his team ends up in a full-scale brawl. Daniel Jones ends up at the bottom of a dog pile in a fight. And then Joe Judge is so pissed, he makes the players and the coaches all run laps. Like he's yelling at them as they're running laps like he's some, drill sergeant yelling at guys. To me, I swear to you, he looks cartoonish. He conducts himself cartoonish.
I mean, Kelvin Benjamin, and granted, he's a guy that just probably lost his NFL career for good. His words were what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
Which was, this guy's not going to win in this league. He talks to grown men like basically they're high school kids. I know what it takes in the NFL, and he's not it.
I can tell you this. There's a lot of accomplished coaches.
I have no idea.
A lot of accomplished coaches that have either spent but many times when they were players. And I can tell you this. Very rarely do you see a coach who was ever a player in the league that talks to players like dogs. That's like dog cusses, embarrasses them.
Yeah, Doug was giving them ice cream,
Players who played in the league who become coaches tend to be respectful.
Totally.
They will get you behind closed doors and whoop your backside.
Sure.
But they're not going to do it like this high school Harry crap.
Sure.
I don't know.
Weird.
The guy may end up being a big success, but it looks cartoonish.
He had a successful, I guess, by his standards first year.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I thought losing Saquon Barkley and them competing close for the division with a mediocre subpar team was.
What are they, 6 wins?
I mean, the whole division was.
7 wins gives you the title. Yeah, I know. It's weird. You know who came out looking really good off of this New York thing to me? Nick Sirianni. I really was captured by his answer yesterday when they asked him about it and the fighting, and he said, you know what, I don't like fighting in training camp because of this. Because when you get into a fight, he says, I don't care, when you get into a fight and it gets done, you're thinking about the fight. And he's right. You're thinking about the fight. You're not thinking about the next play. You're not thinking about your assignment. You're not thinking about what you should be thinking about on the football field. I thought it was... That sounds obvious, but it's kind of second-level thinking. I haven't heard another coach when they asked about fighting in preseason. Yeah, guys are fired up and blah, 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 blah. He took it to a new level, and I really I respected him saying that. I thought it was good on his feet thinking.
A lot of check marks in Nick Sirianni's favor recently. Philip checks in. This is Truth and Wisdom checking in with us.
What do you say, Philip?
Philip, I didn't know your name. I'm sorry. I just knew you as Truth and Wisdom.
I have to clear something up, man. That's not what I was talking about at all.
Okay, when you capitalize homogenized, that I have a homogenized view of the world. What does homogenized mean?
I'm sorry, Pat. I'm getting a little. Homo means one. I mean that it means you have. I was assuming that you had a one way of thinking. So if someone is the best player, you're thinking that all best players have to be leaders. That's what I was saying.
Oh, and guess what, though? You're absolutely right that I do tend to have a very black and white view of things.
Yeah, and by the way, I capitalize, not hollering. That's how I talk in real life. If I move my hands, I emphasize.
I like that.
I'm not yelling.
Okay. No. The idea that homogenized, because here, too, just using the vernacular dictionary here I'm looking at is when someone is described as having a homogenized view of the world.
Yeah, one way. It means one way.
No, this one, I'm just Googling it twice here. They says it tends to be that they look at it through a white lens. Homogenized. Okay, so I want you to know that.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I Devon all the time, my guy. And if we disagree, I don't.
Are you coming to FanFest?
No, my younger brother's getting married that day, so I'm not going to be able to be there. I was there every other time, though.
Can he move it?
Well, can your brother move his wedding?
Yes. Selfish of him, Philip.
No, we're going to get on that.
I think Truth and Wisdom, I will look forward to meeting you. And when we have our first live show here in our studios here, I would be honored for you to come. Will you make time for us that day, or is your brother going to plan like a wedding shower that day or something?
No. a hamster will be getting married that day.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Would the brother consider getting married at FanFest? Because nothing says romance like 10,000 Eagles fans who are enjoying some adult beverages.
Or the bikini girls.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
the Bikini Beach.
Right? You may meet your future wife at Bikini Beach, right?
Then they could play adult laser tag as their honeymoon.
Really? Can you play adult laser tag with the girls from Bikini Beach?
I don't see why you couldn't.
Coach?
Sure.
This is a free country.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I woke up in America.
Put them on the dunk tank after that.
It's going to be awesome.
No, we're not doing that.
I cannot wait.
Let's get Max Berry at FanFest and throw tomatoes at him. That would be fun, right?
Be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We could do donations.
Donations for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Jamie throwing stuff at Max Barry. It's like rich person on rich person crime.
All right.
Yes,
It's a little heavy today.
It would
Yeah,
be.
it really is.
For something
would
that's
be a
not
little bit.
true. T-Dog calling me Trust Fund Jamie hurts.
Oh, she texted me again today.
No,
It's just TFJ now, yeah.
Yeah, she
that's
texted.
your rat
Yeah.
name.
I wish I had a trust fund. That would be amazing.
She watched the video and she referred to you as Barry Goldberg the way you were running.
I don't
You got
know
a
what
lot
that
of-
means.
You got a lot of hate for your running motion.
Well, because I started off awful.
No, you didn't. No, but even no.
I was all off from
I
the
think
start.
if you ran more efficiently, you win that race.
Nope.
Yeah, I
Bob
don't
does
think so
not
either.
believe that.
No.
Bob does not
It's not-
believe that.
yeah.
What are the Lakers doing? That's one of the things we'll ask. Plus,
adding a bunch of old heads.
Plus, what is the craziest thing you've ever encountered on a plane? We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
Hey, it's Eric Coach Camille, and going to be taking a few days off in the next week or so, a little vacation. And I can tell you one thing that I'm not going to be doing while I'm on vacation. I will not be going to some crowded casino to have some fun. And why would I? I've got the Twin Spires Casino app right on my own phone, and you can download it right now and unlock 24 hours of risk-free casino play up to $500. Plus, they're going to give you 250 free spins just for registering with the promo code FREEDAY. You can take your pick from the latest slots, table games. They have blackjack. They have the ultimate Texas Hold'em and a lot more. Download the app now. Unlock 24 hours of risk-free casino play up to $500 and those 250 free spins. But you have to use the code FREEDAY when you register. Twin Spires is a proud partner of the Presque Isle Downs and Casino. Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit twinspires.com. You've got to be 21 and physically present in PA to bet. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Check out Beers with Bob tonight starting at 6 from Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, located in the heart of South Philly. Game on. Bob Cooney and Andrew Salchunas go around the league. Plus, touch on all the betting lines you need to know. Beers with Bob, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Tonight starting at 6 from Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hi, it's John Kincade. I hope you're listening to the morning show every day here on The Fanatic. You know, I'm a two-time cancer survivor, so I personally want to thank all of you who have already donated to our official charity partner, the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. They are our generous corporate partners, and we want to thank you for stepping up and helping to give back.
From tripping breakers to home lighting automation, whether you've got an electrical problem or a dream project, visit FarronElectric.com to schedule an estimate today. Replacing your windows, doors, siding, or more? Window Nation is a perfect fit for your home and wallet. Call 866-90NATION or WindowNation.com.
Need a new AC system? Qualified customers get 0 down, 0% financing for 6 years and up to $1,500 off select systems. Schedule today at adammechanical.com.
Donations to the American Association for Cancer Research from individuals like you and our corporate partners add up to big breakthroughs that benefit cancer patients and families worldwide. Join me. Make a donation to life-saving cancer research today at aacr.org/fanatic.
Hi, it's Tyrone, here with Dr. Avidan Appel from Iron Mountain Men's Health.
Hi, Tyrone. How are you doing?
Can't complain.
You're a lucky man, then.
I know it.
Today, I'd like to talk to those men who aren't so lucky when it comes to getting lucky. At Iron Mountain Men's Health, we are excited to now offer Alma Duo, a revolutionary new treatment for erectile dysfunction that's been clinically validated to improve blood flow and bring spontaneity back to men's lives.
Meaning?
With Alma Duo, your luck's about to change. Alma Duo uses low-intensity shockwave pulses to restore natural performance, with no surgery, no needles, no topical anesthesia, no pills, and no downtime. Treatments only take 15 minutes, and then you'll be up for anything.
Guys, get started today at IronMountainMen'sHealth.com. Talk with the real physician about Alma Duo at IronMountainMen'sHealth.com and ask about financing for qualified patients. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
In 1919, Barbasol invented the very first no brush, no lather, no rub-in shaving cream. Today, we celebrate this milestone with a fresh take on the original. Introducing Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream, a culmination of over 100 years of shaving excellence. This new non-aerosol shaving cream is fortified with aloe, coconut oil, and shea butter to soothe and protect your skin. Paired with a fresh and calming fragrance, this ultra-slick formula delivers a shave experience like no other. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Reddit user Flamo Damo says, "This is the worst phone I've owned. People are always bothering me about it. I'm scared just to use my phone in public, as a random someone may just give me a stupid grin or whisper to their friends. I cannot stand the fact that I just can't relate to normal phones anymore."
Are you ready for this life? Find out at Samsung.com/reserve. That's Samsung.com/reserve.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Well, the install of your new Anderson 400 series windows is done. They look great. Piece of cake to install. I have them in my own home.
We love them, John.
Beautiful. They really last, so you won't be needing me to fix anything either. This is probably goodbye. Take care.
That was a tough goodbye. Worse than when the kids went to college.
I love our windows, but John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at AndersonWindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit AndersonWindows.com for warranty details.
Hey, when people make a decision to be healthier, it's usually something people want to start right away. That's why same-day delivery with Squeeze.com is the perfect kickoff to a weight loss campaign. If you order by 1 p.m., you're going to get your juices by 9 p.m. the same day right at your door. Now, you're going to feel more energized, less bloated. You'll notice you may lose some inches, and you can sleep better. Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market, so give it a try today. You go to Squeeze.com, you click Mike Missing the drop down at checkout.
Android users, Bet Rivers Sportsbook is ready for download in the Google Play Store. Just search for Bet Rivers and download the app. It's never been easier to get in the game. You'll enjoy the ease of use and critical speed of the new Bet Rivers Android app. Bet with a winner. Download the Bet Rivers Android app in the Google Play Store today. Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks. Good juices for good times.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Remember, Beers with Bob tonight, live casino and hotel tonight starting at 6 o'clock. Bob and Andrew.
Yeah, man. 6 to 7. Come on down. Come a little early. Stay late. We'll have some
Sounds
fun.
good, man.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time tonight. Go on out and hang out with the guys. It'll be a fun time tonight. Hey, remember that Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I was chuckling there because it was the first time I forgot to turn on the mic this week, which is good.
Yeah, it is a good streak for you.
Good
3
streak.
days in a row.
It happens. It was good.
Should we get like one of those counters?
It made it into Wednesday.
Yeah.
Made into Wednesday. And, until I finally figured out, turn on the frickin' mic. Turn it on.
It's important.
By the way, I was reading about the Nationals and the Cubs and how they both did like major sell-offs to try to jumpstart their minor league systems and like rebuild situation. Their hauls that they got set them up like incredibly for future success.
Apparently, the White Sox paid Pat
for Kimbrel.
Can probably speak Peter like
That's
a
insane.
very, very handsome reward.
I think they said we've got 2 years with Kimbrel, so we're going to win a World Series. They have a great back end of the bullpen.
They don't need him though. That was the head scratching move to me.
Luxury item, right?
Yeah, they didn't need him, and to pay Nick Madrigal as a price, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling
to
you
me.
this: the Cubs, and they're going to have to watch Madrigal. They're going to have to watch
Across
him.
town.
Yes,
He's a
Steal
stud,
the
too.
city.
but so it brings up an email that I will bring in from Edward. Edward is a loyal listener, listens every day.
You say Eddie.
That's that Edward is a
It's my middle name.
strange thing is Edward is an epidemiologist.
We share a lot in common.
He said,
I'm
but he has
basically
not
a
worked, he has
scientist.
not worked anything with COVID.
Okay.
He said, so before you ask, I'm not anything with COVID. But he says you do have a lot of intelligent listeners that listen to your show.
Damn
He said,
right
I just
we
want
do.
you to know. A little self-importance, I think, in the epidemiologist. Edward, the epidemiologist.
Did you see the girl that won bronze is studying to be an epidemiologist that just graduated from Harvard, and she took up sprinting as like a hobby?
It's a hobby.
And she just won bronze. you imagine being that smart and winning an Olympic medal?
Ethan
It's
took up
amazing.
sprinting yesterday as a hobby, and he won gold.
Yeah, it's true. And she's quite attractive, too.
She is quite attractive.
She's a total
Nice
package.
looking lady.
What a babe.
Let me Bing.com this.
They bring up the Nationals and the Cubs now have like top 8 minor league systems.
It must be fun.
Yeah, but they did it where they both jumped. Their minor league systems just jumped 12 to 14 spaces.
You know
because of
why
these
they were able to
deals.
do that? Because they had a farm system that produced players that they were able to sell off. Who were the Phillies selling
No, they
off?
weren't selling off farm players. They farmed up their major league roster.
No. But I'm talking about Bryant and Rizzo, and these guys came up, bear fruit at the major league level, and then they sold off.
Yeah, but they decided. The thing is, no, I think this is more is they decided to say, what are we doing here? Because honestly, if this Phillies team isn't winning with Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto and everything like that, why wouldn't you consider this in the offseason? These teams said, we're not winning right now. So instead of continually going down the same path, we're going to go, and these organizations are offering out great young talent. And the Nationals minor league system took a 14-step jump.
Well,
the Cubs
this all dates back to the farm system for me.
Cubs
though.
minor league system took an 18-step jump.
Well, that was the decision you had to make. Are you going all in for now, or do you want to sell and build for the future?
Now, I'm all for what Dave Dombrowski did. He did
So
a great
am
job
I.
for this year.
Because I don't think they tried to buy their success, and that's usually not a formula for it.
But if this team ends up an 84 85 win team and they don't make the playoffs,
John Middleton should be furious.
And would you be into a sell-off?
I'm not giving up. So the sell-offs would be Harper, Realmuto,
Yes.
Hoskins.
Realmuto could get you a top return.
Yeah, I'm not.
No?
I'm not giving up on that yet because Harper's only his third year in. Hoskins is whatchamacallit, Realmuto, second or third, whatever. I'm still giving it a shot. I'm still trying to. I want them to do a lot this offseason, but I don't think I'm in an overhaul yet. No.
Okay.
I'm not there yet either.
By the way, you're fourth in payroll right now.
Yeah.
With a 55 and 54 team or whatever.
Imagine if you had a farm system to supplement that. You'd really be cooking with gas.
Yeah, but it's amazing. You're paying fourth payroll for this.
Yeah. For
It's
a
crazy.
500 team.
You saw the gentleman. I didn't say gentleman. I shouldn't say that. The a-hole actually on the
Wow.
airplane yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I was
think
just,
a-hole-
wow,
I
how
think
you
a-
went from a-hole to
No, but
gentleman
I
to
think
a-hole.
I think A-hole sums it up.
Yeah.
The gentleman on the, was it Spirit Airlines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Frontier. Man, I've
Frontier, excuse me.
never wanted to punch a kid more in my life.
Okay. Was he drunk on a morning flight?
He looked like some.
Yes.
I would have to think
Yeah,
something
he,
was.
he
going
had
on.
he had some alcohol on the
He
flight.
had to have something.
Something was going on. Yeah.
He was such a jerk. And they duct taped him.
Is he local?
The plane took off from here, right? Going
It
to Miami?
sounds like he is.
I don't know that they would have. I would think that they would have tracked him down. That this young man would have been tracked down as far as here's where he went to high school, here's where he went to college.
Somebody knows him.
Because he's saying, my grandfather's worth $200 million. So I'm surprised you didn't know him, Jamie. I mean, seriously. Pat, that was what you said this morning. Jamie probably hangs out with him.
Yeah.
He's probably been in the same country club with him,
He
but I
summers
don't.
with him?
But I'll tell you this: Jamie does not hang in those circles.
Bob's met a bunch of my friends. I do not hang
Well,
out
that's
with
what I'm saying.
douches.
Like you've probably
From Ohio.
You've probably
he's from Ohio.
been
Okay.
in the same golf outing with him, but you're not hanging with him.
Okay, well, let me ask you: what is the craziest thing you've ever seen happen on a plane?
I saw coming back from international travel from Australia when I was living. I was coming home after 6 months. There was almost a fist fight landing in Newark.
About what?
The row behind. I think it was about a seat back, and it was the most welcome back to America moment I've ever had.
At the end of a flight, it was.
Yeah, we were approaching Newark, and something happened and the one guy was up on his knees, and I thought he was about to throw a fist
Really?
at the person behind him. He was a middle seat. I don't know exactly what started it. I didn't hear, but for the amount of flying I've done, that's really the only kind of crazy thing I've seen.
Bob, you've flown a ton. I've flown a ton, but what's the craziest thing you've seen?
I remember having an encounter with a kid who, it was an early morning flight, and his friends were sitting behind him, and he got on his knees to face them, and his pants were, way down, his underwear was sticking out, and I was just like, yo, dude, I really don't feel like looking at your underwear. Can you pull your pants up or go back and talk to them? Just, nicely,
Right.
I said it like that. And he kind of had a problem with me, and he told me that he was from Cleveland. He said, man, I'm from Cleveland. And I said, I'm from Sewell. Can you pull your pants up? And his friends started laughing at him or whatever, and the kid was cool about it. Like he
Pull your
didn't
pants up, right?
Yeah, and then when we got up from the flight, he was cool. He's like, "Yo, dude, no big deal." And I said, "Yeah, I just didn't feel
Pull your
like
pants
looking.
up.
I didn't feel like looking at your underwear at 5:00 in the morning."
Patty?
The weirdest thing that happened to me was I was on a flight from Hawaii to Los Angeles.
Congrats on all your
You're
success.
congrats on your success.
Oh, Jamie goes to Australia. We're congratulating
I've
Pat.
only been to Hawaii back in the business world. I flew into Honolulu and came back the next day. You vacationed in Hawaii.
No personal questions, but I was on a flight from Hawaii.
That's a bucket list item for me.
From Hawaii to Los Angeles, and out of nowhere, the plane, a crate of venomous snakes got released in the plane.
Really? That's amazing.
And we were actually lucky because there was an FBI agent named
so
Neville
there were
Flynn.
snakes on a plane?
There were snakes on a plane. Neville Flynn was the FBI agent. I'll never forget the guy. And he ended up kind of saving the day a little bit.
Such an idiot.
You should tell your story to Anthony so he can write a script and maybe make it a movie.
Okay, yeah. We can
would
call
be
it
cool.
Wasn't there
Flight Boeing 747.
Wasn't there a story like he didn't like the name of the movie or something?
So the whole story is he never actually read the script for Snakes
just-
on a Plane. He saw that the title of the movie was Snakes on a Plane. After making the movie company tried to switch the name to Flight Oceanic.
And he's like, no way.
And he goes, I didn't make the movie Flight Oceanic, blah, blah, blah. I made the movie Snakes on a Plane. We're calling it Snakes on a Plane. But he
That's
never
awesome.
read the script. He
By
just
the way,
saw the title.
How many people went and saw that movie just because of that?
Me. I don't
You
think I
did?
saw it in theater, but I saw it at home.
So the budget, according to Wikipedia, was $33 million, and box office was $62 million.
So that's a success.
And it's a piece of crap, too. I mean, so-
when the penis bite scene happened, that's cinematic gold. Come on.
You just spoiled the movie.
Yeah.
How long's that been out, by the way?
I was going to watch it this weekend. Now I'm not.
2006.
By the way, I got an email telling me a couple weeks ago we were talking about Freak Show, the
American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. Going, thanks a lot, Kincade. You spoiled Freak Show
It's
for
been
me.
out 8 years, hasn't it?
Seriously, dude. There is a statute. What's the statute of limitations on spoilers?
2 years.
Wait, whoa. You can't talk about the ending of a television show for 2 years?
I think that's fair.
That's more than fair.
Wait a minute. That's nonsense.
I say 6 months.
Sopranos, finale.
Don't tell me.
You're telling me you wait 2 years to talk about The Sopranos finale?
I mean, in our situation, like on air, yeah, I think we have to watch ourselves in a community where other people have watched and we're friends. I don't think it's that bad.
Pat, you were a cinematographer.
I go a year max.
All right, I could settle at a year.
1 year max.
So you're saying Breaking Bad ended.
Yeah, so here's the thing with this, though.
Which, by the way, was way too much talked about on sports radio.
It's a great show.
I mean, well, you got to remember when it ended.
I would say is less. Okay, is that we would have this debate. I'll have it with you in a second. Go on, Patty.
Well, I was going to say, you got to remember what time of the year it ended. It ended in the dog days where, we're sitting here talking about a bad Phillies team. So, yes, it was talked about a lot, but there was nothing else to talk about. The problem, though, is these streaming services now have a lot of these shows like Breaking Bad, so people are discovering it for the first time. So they get angry with you because they didn't watch it in real time. They just got, Netflix, and they just put it on Netflix. So that's part of the kind of trouble that we have. But I say 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah. I could settle at a year.
So did you not talk about those shows?
Like, I just found out that the ending of Saint Elsewhere is it's in a snow globe.
It's the autistic child.
Well, and that's but Bob, it was ruined for me. Like I got really deep down the rabbit hole.
Here's what that's why the ending of that show was dumb to me. Was how would the autistic child was having dreams of these characters' sex lives and stuff like that?
I have no idea.
I mean, you didn't see the show.
I don't even know what show you're talking about.
So St. Elsewhere was an old show. It was an old show. And it was like a drama about a hospital. Okay? So in the last episode, one of the characters in the show, his son was autistic and was non-communicative. And at the end of the show, they were showing that the son was looking at his snow globe, which was St. Eligius, the hospital. Then you found out that none of the characters were who you saw the characters as they really were, and none of them were depicted as they've been in the whole series. So what we've been seeing is we saw what was in the mind of this young man of all these characters.
No one cares.
But it's
an interesting premise.
It's an odd premise for the end. That's it. This is an odd way to look at things. Sorry about that. God, Pat. I don't give a Pat. Stop it.
It's your drop, man. You said it.
Hey, make sure you put your deposit down now at PhillySportsTrips.com to join us in Vegas in October for the Ultimate Birds away game trip. That's PhillySportsTrips.com. I was over at Planet Hollywood last week, and I was thinking of Jamie and Bob. Bob loves a good burger and a beer.
I could even do without the burger.
Gordon Ramsay's.
I was looking at the menu yesterday.
His burger bar.
I was looking at the menu yesterday while you were going on about something.
Can he come out and call you a donkey?
It's right in there, though.
I'll tell you what. One of my favorite shows, though, is his show now. It's called Gordon Ramsay Untracked or something like that. He goes to some like foreign country and he has to live off of the land and make a nice meal for people at the end of the show. It's pretty cool. It's on Sunday nights at 9:00.
So he's living off of, that's before Blue Bloods?
Yeah, Blue Bloods is Friday. So it's the beginning and ending of my weekend. Blue Bloods is 10:00 on Friday, and then I got Gordon Ramsay at 9:00 on Sunday.
I'm a big Gordon Ramsay guy.
It's really a good show.
The way that he interacts with kids compared to adults is the greatest video spliced together. Because with kids, he's like, I am very proud of you. And then with adults, he's as Jamie said.
You bleeping donkey!
It tastes like a dog's dinner!
Okay, you realize that's all fake.
Here we go. Like what? Because we ruined St. Elsewhere for you? You got to sit here and ruin the illusion?
You realize that
like you're the guy that goes to Chris Angel's show and said you realize that he's not cutting them in half,
I'm
right?
not going to Chris Angel's show if I'm being held hostage and that's how I get my family back.
Well,
I'm not going to Chris Angel's
I know what we're doing when we go to Vegas.
He's in our hotel,
I know what we're doing.
He's right there. How about going to see Shania Twain? She's in our hotel.
Does she feel like a woman?
I'm not kidding you. I'm not allowed to find out. But Jamie, you have very intriguing ideas.
That's her big hit, right? I feel like a woman.
She was top 3 in my book for a long time.
She's Tim McGraw's wife?
That don't impress me much.
No, that's Faith Hill.
That's
right?
Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Faith Hill.
No, so Shania was with some guy, Mutt, and they got divorced because he wound up with like her best friend. Oh, yeah, he's a big
Mutt's a swordsman?
Mutt is a bigwig in the record industry.
Imagine cheating on Shania Twain.
Seriously,
wait, you
what
got her
kind of
friend?
dude are you? What kind of guy are you that you cheat on Shania Twain?
You gotta have some skills to
be
get
an idiot.
Shania's best friend.
No, but if Shania Twain, you're cheating on Shania Twain, you're a dope. You're an absolute dope. Is that you must be the master? You must be the master of not understanding where you are in life.
Yeah, Shania back in the day was.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, all that.
The hell was that?
It's a feather. I got his humor.
He was tickling you with a feather, which, by the way, is fetishish. I will say.
There's a really good documentary on that.
Where the hell did you get a feather?
The underbelly of the competitive tickling industry.
He hit a bird on the. By the way,
You got a guy?
Anthony Gargano looking clean today. Look at you. You great haircut. Great haircut.
What's going on there, buddy? Miss you,
Hey,
man.
buddy, miss you too.
Everything good? How's the fam?
Life's good, man. Except
Awesome.
crying in the airport when I put the girls on their flight back home.
Yeah.
And then walking to my own. And I had people at the gate like wondering, why is this guy like still?
I lost it all.
man.
The plane. No, it was people. I think one lady thought that.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to like, don't talk to me about it because I said I just put my wife and daughter on a plane.
It's
And I was
that's,
like, oh,
that's beautiful,
but it was
man.
good though. So it was good. So we had a good $200 ahead.
Nice.
I was $420 ahead, and then the casinos started to put the mean dealer. You ever had the mean dealer?
I know the mean dealer. Yeah,
The dealer that like almost is smirking at you as you're losing.
Yes.
Hate that.
Yes.
This one was
The
out for
mean
me.
guy. Yes.
Oh, this out for
he
me.
takes. Yeah, he loves.
Oh, she
taking
was
your
out.
money.
This was a she.
Oh, the she devil.
She was the she
Yeah,
devil.
the she dealer.
I think she had cloven hooves,
Yeah, it's no good.
and it wasn't good.
No
and
good.
she came back twice, and I didn't get up from the table the
Yeah,
second time.
the Bob had told you, get up, get out.
Get up and run. Get up and run.
Run from her. She's no good. She wants the Kincade dollars.
You got to let her know she's no good by just showing your disdain.
By the way, do you
Yeah.
believe in the conspiracy that, and Anthony, you're a good person for this answer. My wife thinks there's a conspiracy to putting your card down at the tables or in the machine. That because they know they can track how much you're winning.
So
she believes there's a conspiracy that they then can make sure that you don't take. I think that they're saying you're the most loyal customer.
Yeah, no, they want you coming back.
I said they'd want you to. It doesn't make any sense.
Because they know you're going to lose eventually.
They want you to win. They want
No.
you to. They want you to come back.
Yeah, no.
Here, take a free room. You're going to cough it up eventually.
Exactly. Like
You're going to come back.
Yeah.
You're going to come back at
Now,
this
plus,
point.
they also know that if you walk away with a few wins, like that makes the
You're
addiction
more emboldened to come back.
Exactly.
All right, so we're trying
the
to
feathers from because instead of punching Jamie, I wanted to come in and give him the little feather.
the deep love.
It's a nasty looking feather. The
Well,
hell?
by the way, did you hit a bird on the way to work?
He got
you
it out
hit
of
a
his
bird?
grill of his
Looks
car.
like a dumpster feather.
No, a
it does.
bagster. That's a bagster. He did have three
bagster
bagsters. He did have three bagsters.
They're gone.
They're all gone?
Yeah, they're all waste management.
Oh, really?
Out. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
They feel good?
So you're all cleaned up.
Feels good to purge, doesn't it?
It does. I have more though.
You got more?
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah.
3 bagsters and you got more?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that like
Oh, yeah.
3,500 tons?
Yes.
3,500 tons?
30, no, it's 33.
Or 3,500 pounds?
Right.
That's incredible to me.
Holds 3,300.
You still have more?
Oh yeah.
You're a pack rat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, your bride is she a pack rat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you share that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you share that.
Yes. There's like
attribute.
kid stuff. Like I got kids things, baby stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got
yeah.
stuff like then my stuff. Forget about it. Oh, it's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is good. Okay, quick. Andre Drummond. I'm sure you're going to get into this today. Is there something I'm missing about the acquisition of Andre Drummond?
No.
Where do they have enough minutes for him?
Well, he's Howard's backup, and when Joe doesn't play,
He's too good to be playing the amount of minutes that Dwight Howard plays.
Because remember, Joe's going to miss games regular season, so that's why you get him.
So you got him as an insurance policy?
Well, it's for Joe's going to miss games. I mean, that's part of it. So you don't want a huge drop off. You need another big. So
you're thinking that's the plan?
No, totally. Yeah, I like that. I thought it was a good move.
Oh no, I mean I like.
I'm
Andre
just
Drummond.
waiting with bated breath about the other move.
Yeah.
Dame.
It's Dame or bust.
It really is.
Read the Portland press though. They're very cocky in believing that he's not forcing his way out.
That doesn't make him right, though.
That they think it will go into the season.
Yeah, they are. And listen, I have a war with Portland.
I didn't realize that. Are they outside the walls of your community?
Yeah, of our community.
That's our community. So I'm allowed. Oh, good. I didn't assume that I was welcomed in.
You're one of us.
I thought I had to put in for.
Are you nuts?
Anthony's walking in the room like,
Listen, I mean,
okay, good. I'm in.
Everybody.
I need you. We're gonna go hurt some people, and you can't tell us all about
it. I have a big beef with him. Guy called from Portland the other day, and I yelled at him.
Good.
Yeah, no, we got beefs.
Little contact.
Plus, they were named best pizza in the country.
Oh, come on.
Serious?
Crap. That's terrible.
I'm still pissed at him for 1977, Anthony.
Anthony, you could get 8 guys together from South Philly, stroll into downtown Portland and kick ass and take names. There's nobody fighting you in Portland.
Nah.
There's nobody fighting you in
I
Portland.
definitely got there's guys I know that.
And Jamie the Bro would be right there with you. He'd be the 10th guy on your team.
Who?
Jamie would be right there with you.
Bob,
you bring Bob for the fight?
Oh, I'd bring Bob to any fight. Bob's a first-round pick.
Bob is a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Fights are fun.
Bro's not a first-round pick.
It's Cuz Radio. It's going to be fired up today.
He'd go to dinner with, he would be a first-round pick.
There you go. Don't miss Cuz Radio today with Chunas. Coming up next.
I'm a bit of a foodie douche.
You are a bit of a foodie douche. Remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, the Davis CPA Group. Make a donation today to the American Association for Cancer Research at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. We love you, and tomorrow we will take a little Wayback Machine. Only going way back around 2 months. We'll get to it tomorrow. Don't miss it. Plus, could the Phillies run it to 4 in a row? Join us tomorrow for the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-546-1987. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com